time will tell. It's gonna take a lot, 'cause we've been through hell. I can't be without you. I've tried and I failed. So can we work it out? Only time will tell. Why do you keep telling me nothing? But I know all your flaws, at least they say something. Still I try to connect with you through your eyes. Your eyes. What is on your mind? I think it's time to speak. I have crossed the line, but no, not just me. I'm feeling something that goes beyond us. Us. Can we work it out? Only time will tell. It's gonna take a lot, 'cause we've been through hell. I can't be without you. I've tried and I failed. So can we work it out? Yeah. Only time will tell. I still want all of you and I know all your colors. And I guess 'cause of that I can think of no others. Yeah, I need you to breathe. Without you I'm lost. I'm lost, yeah. What is on your mind? I think it's time to speak. I have crossed the line, but no, not just me. I'm feeling something that goes beyond us. Us, us. Can we work it out? Only time will tell. It's gonna take a lot, 'cause we've been through hell. I can't be without you. I've tried and I failed. So can we work it out? Yeah. Only time will tell. Only time will tell. Tell. Work it out. No, I know what is on your mind. I think it's time to speak. I have crossed the line, but no, not just me. I'm feeling something that goes beyond us. Us, us. Can we work it out? Only time will tell. It's gonna take a lot, 'cause we've been through hell. I can't be without you. I've tried and I failed. So can we work it out? Yeah. Only time will tell. Ooh, only time will tell. Ooh, tell. Ooh.
Disaronical, wild in the night. Tales of heroes may spark in the light. Voices rising up from shadowed streams, living dreams inside virtual scenes. Tabletop worlds where legends unfold. Knights and mages, brave and bold. Every role a chance to play, to fight. Our community shines so bright. Gifted studios where dreams come alive, powering souls to thrive and strive. Storytellers unite with might. No fear in this realm, our destiny's clear. From the dungeon's depths to open sky, huddle round the table, we reach high. Painted miniatures, maps unfurl. We're shaping our own world. Hear the laughter, the gasp, the cheer through the passion. Slice through the air, we are heroes, ready to rise in this haven. Together we thrive. Legends grow.
Dystopias where dreams come alive, empowering souls to thrive and strive. Storytellers unite with might, no fear. In this realm, our destiny's clear.
From the dungeon's depths to open sky, huddled round the table, we reach high. Painting miniatures, maps unfurl, we're shaping our own world. Hear the laughter, the depth, the cheer, feel the passion, slice through the air. We are heroes, ready to rise in this haven. Together we thrive. Hear the laughter, the depth, the cheer, feel the passion, slice through the air. We are heroes, ready to rise in this haven. Together we thrive. Legends grow old.
Spending time far away was never what I meant to do for us. Even though you're okay, I wish that I could give you all of me for you to save. When it gets dark, I'll take the blame for what we are. I'm not sure that we can keep getting out of emotion. Bide our time and proceed. Calculate in the equation. Spending time on my own. Oh, you never there to answer on your phone. Even though you're alone, I wish that I could hear the words for me to carry on my own, to get me home to where I belong. No, I'm not calculate, solve the equation. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Spinning time far away was never what I meant to do for us. Even though you're okay, I wish that I could give you all of me for you to see. I'm not sure that we can keep getting robbed of emotion. Bide our time and proceed to calculate in the equation. All this time that we bleed to keep getting robbed of emotion. Lives fly by as we proceed to calculate, solve the equation. Looking back on my life to see things from another view, with reason in every memory. I see you distort the narrative, looking too good. No matter how hard I try, I could never face the fact we were just friends, you said. Even in the moments I kept you warm in my arms. Never learned how to act like I didn't care at all. No matter how hard I try, I could never face the fact we were just friends, you said. Even in the moments I kept you warm in my arms. Never learned how to act like I didn't care at all. So I'm still heartbroken.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Time Traders, Protectors of Time. I am currently trapped in the stasis pod right now, but welcome to the show. I am PAK USA, the RT Studios. Let's bring in the rest of our time-traveling shenanigan laying friends and have them introduce themselves.
Well, that is my cue to disappear. Have fun, Regs.
Thank you, Evil. Oh, and we'll talk later.
Yep.
Bye.
Anywho.
Yes, anywho.
Yeah, my camera's doing the flickers again, I apologize.
I thought you got that fixed.
I thought I did get it fixed, but apparently it's just like, nope, sorry, I'm just gonna flicker all day.
Ah.
Yeah, I think it's the temporal shenanigans, we'll just call it that.
Temporal. Okay, we'll call it temporal shenanigans. Okay. So hello, my beautiful watchers. Welcome to Time Treaders. Hi all, time. See what I did there? To celebrate more shenanigans. 36 months.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. So let's see, 36 months is how many years?
3?
I think
Ish.
so. Ish.
3 and 6 months.
we all sit here and go ish.
Yeah, 3, I think.
Don't look at me, I didn't do it.
Hey, you didn't do it, no one saw you do it, you can't prove anything?
Yep.
Pretty much.
All right. Well,
Yes, it is 3, so,
yes.
and I just wouldn't, yeah.
All right. Well, I play Kenny Williams, the lovely huggable shark man, who's currently in a stasis
Huggable?
tube. Well,
Not
I am.
even a
Okay.
I'm a
little.
little slippery too, but you know we won't talk about that one.
Okay.
I'm gonna pass it down to our dear
You mean the
Ti-
one that matters?
the one Time Lord that actually is keeping me in the stasis tube and actually alive. Go.
Yes, you're welcome. Hi, I'm Katie Wynn. I will be playing Tessa, and yeah, odds are she'll be a right hottie witch. And
Okay.
now for the Time Kobold.
The Time Bold.
Time Bold? Ah. Hello, I am Trisha Welsh. I am your wonderful Time Master. I am going to be playing Rags, the newly minted Time Lord / Kobold / whatever else you would call her. And I will also be playing other characters and other beings, and we'll see how it goes.
Thank you for reminding me
And-
because I was grabbing out my dice. I was like, what am I missing? Oh, my little roll
Dice? Yes, dice. Have at least those two out.
Yep. D10. 12 or D10?
So yeah, this is the before we go on our winter break. This is the last of the Doctor Who's before we go on our winter break. We will resume Doctor Who in January, which will have the last 2 episodes
Mm-hmm.
in January.
Yep.
So just to put that out there, we are having one more session, and that'll be next Saturday, and that will be the wedding
Yes.
for our lovely heroes.
Yeah, so go see that. Everyone's invited. We sent out invitations. If you didn't get one, please let us know.
Ah.
And without further ado, I guess that's all the introductions. We'll be right back after the opening intro. Stay tuned.
Before, well,
Okay.
And we're back.
yeah. So we were gonna be there during the Hadley Hope incident.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Thing
Previously
is that we've
on Time Treaders, Protectors of Time.
yes. Do you want me to read the lovely what the thingy?
Yeah.
Okay. The episode recap.
Yep.
What happened last time? As Tessa races to save Rags, Tessa discovers that Williams was disappearing from the timeline. They make it to the TARDIS, and Tessa puts Rags into the middle bay. Rags changes into a Time Lord. If you didn't watch the last episode, sorry, spoilers.
Stuff happened.
Stuff happened. Lady Berry challenges Tessa to tell a story to Rags, which Tessa is kind of going Murph at. Tessa puts Williams into a stasis field. He's not dead and he's not frozen. He is just stuck in one spot watching TV or watching or binging streaming stuff.
Yeah,
wanted to
pretty much.
Put that out.
She's not
Tessa-
inhuman.
Yeah, Tessa and Rags then go 100 years into the planet's past. If you remember, that was their original idea. They find the ship just newly crashed and start exploring it to find Aurora and Dern. They only find Dern alone. Frustrated that he was left behind, Dern lashes out at Tessa, who puts him into a pocket dimension, essentially.
Yeah. Phantom Zone bitches.
The future of the planet is saved. Tessa and Rags go back to the planet and see the planet restored. Now they have to figure out what's happening to their friend Williams. Will they discover it in this episode? Come and find out. No. No, not carbonite stasis. Wrong IP.
I was about to say, it just reminds me of the whole burying the dead whale thing on the beach.
Okay. Why?
That's the only picture that popped in my head. Okay, I'm sorry. Continue with the game.
Okay. So, we open. Oops, that's Friday. Yes! We open. We finally got the TARDIS fixed. If I remember that's what was the last thing that happened in the last episode. And that was a concerted effort between Tessa and Lacey. Rags opted to stay on the floor.
Yeah.
To which Tessa kind of went. Scaredy cat,
you.
basically. Yeah, scaredy cat, basically. Which Rags did not rise to the bait. So,
Mildly disappointing that little piratey side of her isn't quite kicked in yet.
nope. Hasn't kicked in yet. But both you and Lacey have come back down. Lacey excitedly regales of how they helped fix this wonderful machine that they can't go in.
Or control.
Something like that, anyhow. And then Rags goes, I saw you up there. That's wonderful. But it's now time to go back in here because that was part of the deal. I know.
Odds are you'll be out again.
Oh, I hope so. You are a delight. And then you see the little
Thank you.
ball cut. You see the little ball kind of jump up and down, which is your interpretation of happy flaps. And then the ball kind of goes back into Rags's vortex manipulator. Right.
Nope, that's dealt with.
Well, okay, so we fixed the planet. We fixed the TARDIS. Now we've got a friend to fix.
Must we?
Do you really
I'm
want him to
kidding.
be...
I'm kidding.
I was going to say, do you really want him waking in and out of the timeline? I mean, that'd cause all sorts of problems. How do I know that?
Yeah, Tess just smiles. I'm sure you'll find there's lots of things you know now. Speaking
Come on.
of,
Yes.
speaking of, why don't you set course for his planet? Perhaps we can find something there. And she'll walk away from the console.
Okay. Where are you going? Before we continue this lovely little conversation.
She's gonna get changed into clean clothes.
Oh, that's right, because she hasn't cleaned herself since 2 times ago when she fixed the TARDIS.
Yeah, she's covered in gunk.
She is covered in grease you're covered in grease from head to toe. And you probably don't smell all that swift either.
No, and that's annoying.
I mean, it's annoying to you. I mean, you're sitting there going, "Oh God, I need to take a shower."
Yeah, she says, "I trust you'll know what to do."
I hope so. I think I've seen you do this enough times. I've got to pull that up.
Really focus on it. Think about it. I'm
I
fairly
will.
sure you know how everything in here works. After we fix Williams, perhaps we'll find your ship, she says. And she'll turn and walk off.
Okay. Let's see here.
This is the stupidest thing Tessa has ever done, but she's trying to help a friend.
She is, and I love it. I've actually got to find the right. Find the thingy there.
She's
there
not
it is.
kidding either. Once they fix Williams, they'll go look for her TARDIS. For Rags' TARDIS.
Oh yeah, I know. Okay.
Big giant pirate ship in the middle of everywhere.
Yeah. Okay. So you are going to walk off. You're going to let Rags
Discover that she knows what she's doing.
well, okay. Considering that she has not tried to be there, I am going to increase Rags's yeah. This is a travel through space, not necessarily traveling through time. You're not traveling through time at this particular point in time.
Not yet, no.
So yeah. Okay, let me go over here. This ought to be funny. Oh.
That reminds me, I have to DM
don't
you,
like that
Trish.
face.
This. Look at this.
For what it's worth, when she was regenerated, you could have switched some of her stats around.
I did.
Okay.
I did.
Just making sure we're not like.
Oh no! No.
She isn't using her kobold intelligence for this.
Oh no, she's not using. No, she's not. Yeah, her kobold intelligence was a 10. Her time lady intelligence is a 16. So no.
Oh.
She might actually be smarter than Tessa. Actually, she is smarter than Tessa.
She is smarter than Tessa. She just doesn't know it yet.
Yep. I DM'd you.
Oh, okay. We're going to get into that, yes. So the first roll that she made, which was plot a course, she actually plotted the course. That she did well. Now she's going to navigate that vortex. And I need a couple of D6s for that one. This is going to be funny. Oh!
Oh no.
Okay. I only roll one of these. Well, I mean that is a good way to start that off.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Oh boy. Yeah. Okay. We won't worry about the last one. So, Tessa, you are in mid shower. I want
Mhm.
both. I will set up the situation for both you, Tessa, and you, Williams. Tessa, you're in mid shower. You are. It feels good. You're taking a really good hot shower. You are enjoying it. Now the whole 9 yards. I need you to roll me. Roll me a let's see. This is, according to this is a collaborative check, and I'm going to make it a dexterity saving throw. Actually, I gotta roll that for Rags as well. But
21.
21?
16 plus 5. Yeah.
Yeah, hang on a second. No, I'm not talking to you. I don't know who you are. Okay, so you got yours. You feel the TARDIS shake violently, but you manage to stay on your feet, and that's very surprising, seeing that you're in a shower.
Mm-hmm.
Williams, you are quietly in your lovely little tube. What are you binge watching?
He has just finished binging My Hero Academia, the
Okay.
5th season, and now
Okay.
he's moving to something called Lego Masters Australia's versus the World. And since the
Okay.
TARDIS has every single possible streaming service, he can watch whatever he wants anywhere.
That is very
And
true.
he's just clicking through the channels with his remote.
Right. I also want you to roll me a dexterity saving throw. I'm going to get Rags on a dexterity saving throw. Give me a second.
Oh, that's a 3. That one.
That's a 3. She got a dirty 20, so she's fine. Williams, you're sitting there, you're watching Australia's Lego Masters, and the TARDIS shakes violently. You're sitting in a chair.
Yep.
TV is sitting on a stand. Both you and the TV tumble to the floor. Now you guys can't go very far because it's a stasis field.
Yeah.
But you do hit against the stasis field. I also want you to take 4 points of bludgeoning damage because
4
you
points.
hit
Okay.
you hit yourself against the stasis field.
So 36. That's what my HP is
Mhm.
currently.
Yep.
All right.
We did not fail the collaborative check because 2 of us actually made it. 1 of us failed, so yay. So the ship is not broken.
Yep. Williams gets up. What the? Who's flying?
You don't know that. So
But he says
Tessa,
that anyway.
yeah, you say that, Tessa. You know
Mhm.
something happened. So what do you do?
She's gonna. Does it feel like they're stopped?
Yeah, it does.
Then she's gonna finish her shower and then go out and see.
What the hey-hoo?
Yeah. After
Wow.
after she finishes her shower and gets dressed and all that, because they've already landed, the damage is done. There's no reason to rush out.
Yeah, that's true. So Tessa, you climb out of the shower. You know, the whole 9 yards. You get back into a clean pair of clothes. It feels nice. The whole 9 yards, and you are walking back towards the control room, and you hear Rags. Yes, I'm going to do this. You hear Rags between profusely apologizing and arguing with somebody that she's looking up at the screen. Up on the,
Fair enough. She will, she'll walk in, see who's on the screen.
I'm so sorry. I did not mean. I thought I was turning left and it was a right. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Rags,
Huh?
what happened?
And the person up on the screen, just kind of, I pulled her up just because I wanted to. You see on the other side of the screen, on the screen, is Catherine.
Oh, great.
Now, you can see inside her ship, which I think I described it as, oh, frig. How did I describe her ship? I wish I had written it down, which I didn't. Frig all. Did I write that down? I probably didn't.
Big.
Do 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 do.
Assuming, meanwhile, Williams is picking the broken TV up off the floor.
Yes, you are.
It's a massive crack across the screen.
There's a massive crack across the screen, and your shoulder hurts. I forgot. I don't remember if I described what the inside of her ship looked like. Anyway, inside. Oh, okay. Inside of her ship kind of looks like. You can see the console for where she is, and then in the background you kind of see like a stage, like an open stage. So that is what you that's what you guys see.
It's here. I stepped away.
Oh, 1 sec. Okay, well, we'll just go over to you.
Williams is picking up his
I'm
TV
back,
and
sorry.
says,
It's okay.
darn it, now I can't watch this. It's all broken, it's cracked, I can't see anything.
Yeah, well, something happened to the TARDIS. You're just going to wonder if someone's actually going to come in and actually tell you.
Yeah. Does he have comms to the rest of the ship, or is this just like all local two-way?
I
comm?
don't think that she would leave you stranded like that, no matter how much she doesn't like you.
That's fair.
Okay, that's fair.
So he goes over to the comms button. Okay, who the hell is flying this tub?
Well, that would be me. So I was describing.
Wait.
Yeah, that was. Yeah, I was. Hang on. I was describing the inside of Catherine's thing. You see the console, which is where you see most of that, but in the background, Tessa, you see a stage. It kind of looks like an old-timey New Orleans type stage. And yes, I am taking that from something. Because I happen to like that show. Fight me.
Fair. Catherine, it's good to see you again. She has no idea who this is. The first time she's seen this face.
Mm-hmm, yes, Catherine looks at. No, she has seen you.
Oh, in
You
this
just wore-
form?
Yeah, because she was there when you
Right.
but
She
you
was there
weren't
when.
but you weren't awake when they left.
That's fair.
So she knows who this face is. She doesn't know the name or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
Catherine looks. You look familiar. Now I'm gonna have her roll. Oh, come on. Wow, really? Well, dice gods are not with me today. She recognizes your face, but it's sort of like she's trying to come up with a name, and it's escaping her at the moment.
Yes, I'm the Countessa, formerly the songstress.
Right. Oh, you were the people that helped us out on Earth when we were infiltrating that company. That we found out that wasn't a company.
Yes.
Right. Okay. Well, it appears that somehow your young friend here, she points down to Rags.
For what it's worth, when she says young friend, Tessa can't help but giggle.
Yeah, I know. You giggle. Rags kind of looks at you and goes, "What? I am young. Technically,
Oh,
Technically, I'm 8.
This form of you is young. Yes, you're older than I am by a large margin.
What?
I'd
Okay.
say a few millennia, perhaps, ish.
You see Rags' eyes get as big as saucers. You've also noticed, for some weird and bizarre reason, Tessa, you've also noticed that Rags has acquired glasses. So her kobold eyes look really weird behind these glasses. They are blue. It's blue frames, of course. Blue frames, glasses. Just because the last time you saw her, she wasn't wearing any, and now she does, and you have absolutely no idea why. You don't know where she picked them up. She still has her goggles, which she has on top of her head. But she's now wearing glasses for some unforeseen reason. So you may ask about that if you want to.
Yeah. Rags, what's the deal?
Huh? Oh.
What's the deal?
About these? She points to her glasses.
No, your tail. Yes, your glasses.
I lost my tail again? Where? And she kind of does the dog thing, you know. Oh, there's my tail. Ah! Squirrels is the proper thing that's running through your mind right now. This particular individual's major ADHD vibes. Just like she can't hold on to a thought long enough, you know? By the way, Williams, all of this is being transmitted to where you are. So if you want to jump in with comments, quips.
Well, yeah.
So all this is being transmitted to you. So I don't want to leave you out of the conversation.
Yeah, Williams just jumps in briefly, like stepping on the mics, unfortunately. And he says, okay, so why was Rags flying the... And it's just all these, like,
because
interrupted questions.
Honestly, because out of everyone on this TARDIS, she is the second most qualified person to fly it.
Huh? You just see, like, the weird, like...
Well, you guys can't see each other. This is all comms.
It's also all radio, and it's like...
Yeah.
Rags is definitely not qualified to fly this thing. Putting her at the helm is like putting a. Sorry, Rags, I have to say this. Trying to have a monkey with a wrench beat the TARDIS over the head
Now
and
see
get it to
here,
fly.
I will not tolerate you disrespecting another Time Lord like that. Now, get that understanding in your head, and I won't have to make you into a shiny pair of boots.
Don't do that.
There's just like you can hear the audible like wada hada wada Time Lord wada.
Okay, Catherine, during this particular exchange, who has quieted down at this point, I just had to roll her intelligence, and that actually was not bad. She looks at Rags, blinks, and goes, "So she's a," and she leaves that open.
Yes, she is a member of my species. Is there a problem with this?
Well, technically, she's a member of my of our race. Remember, I'm Gallifreyan. You are Time Lord.
She nods. Our race, yes. Sorry, she
There.
wouldn't have made that mistake.
Whoops.
Katie made the mistake.
Yeah. How? Where? Did she undergo the same thing that you did?
No. I mean, yes, but long ago.
The last thing I remember is there was a weird thing sticking out of Rags' head, and then I was about to. Oh, we won't talk about that one.
Would you... She looks at Rags. Would you mind if I told them your name?
Not that I'm going to remember it.
Of
Yeah,
course
sure.
you would. I mean... Yeah. It's more of a title, really, anyway.
Yeah. Go ahead.
She says, Rags is an old friend of mine. She is known as the Corsair.
Would Kenny remember? Any of this
You
or
roll.
no?
I want you to roll me.
Babe?
I will roll if requested. What am I rolling?
You sure?
You're rolling a history,
Okay.
and I'm going to have
Sure.
Catherine roll her history. Holy fucking shit, she does.
That's a
Well,
19.
the Corsair is infamous.
Oh yeah, I know. That's the reason why I had Catherine roll that, because yeah, oh yeah,
19.
and so do you.
The god
You
of
know-
thieves.
You know who the Corsair is. As a matter of fact, at one point, Williams,
Mm-hmm.
you had a bounty out on her, or them rather.
William's eyes just in the scene widen, and he says, "But." There's all this like confusion on the other side of the mic.
And Catherine, who's going to mirror this kind of visually, her eyes get as big as us. There are stories about the Corsair. One of the reasons why I'm doing what I'm doing is because of what the Corsair did.
Yeah. And most of them are true. Some of them are drunk ramblings by, well, them. No offense, Rags.
I don't get drunk.
Hey, you used to. Quite a bit.
Now there's something I want to see. Here over the comms.
Actually, I remember correctly, she says, she's going to pull up this TARDIS's historical records and actually play a video of the Corsair interacting with the Doctor.
First of all, which Doctor?
She'll eeny-meeny it.
Well, technically, there's one, and Lemon knows this. There's one visual, or one story that the Corsair has actually shown up in that yes,
Yeah.
twice as a matter of fact that the Corsair drinks, and Lemon
So-
knows exactly which one that is. So yes, first of all, it would be the Amy Doctor. You don't have to eaty meaty miny mo it.
Fair. I mean, yes, that one I knew. I was going for TV show, so it would have been 4 or 5.
The Corsair has never shown up on that in the TV
I could
show.
have swore. Oh well.
No.
Fair.
No,
No,
the
that's
Corsair. He is.
okay.
The Corsair
Yeah.
is mentioned in the 11th Doctor. That's how we know that the Corsair has died and has shown up in comic books.
That's where I've seen them.
Mm.
There.
And that's the 13th Doctor too. Written by Jodie Hauser, which played the Corsair in the
Well then, yeah, she'll pull up the
Yep.
she'll pull up the video.
Yep. And Rags looks at this, goes, she doesn't even have that one doesn't even have a tail. And wait, why are they drinking that? And Rags kind of leans her head, kind of sideways. Goes,
You want me to go get a bottle of rum so you can process?
no? Alcohol. Ugh.
She shrugs. Had to try at least once.
No. Okay. So apparently, let's finish this particular interaction so that we can, kind of get on with what we were supposed to be doing. Apparently, I essentially, in Earth terms, ran a red light and our ships hit.
There's just a question over the mic. So, Rags, you're at fault.
Are you a police officer?
No, but I mean, I know some temporal mechanics, and usually running a temporal speed light is frowned upon anywhere, and you just admitted to the crime. So he says, as he's like, "Oh, by the way, I need a new TV. It's cracked." As he's picking up the broken pieces of the TV.
Like, we can hear you picking up the broken pieces of the
Yes.
TV.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's basically what happened. I zigged when I should have zagged, and she zagged when she should have zigged. I don't even know where she was going. You told me to go to his planet,
I did.
Well, what?
and that's what that's what I was attempting to do, and this happened.
Yes,
My
accidents happen.
planet. Do you realize that? Well, there's nothing out there. That's probably why you crashed. My planet's
The
location-
destroyed.
The location still exists.
Yes, it's a black hole. He shouts over the mic.
Thank you.
Ears, please. You know what? Williams, you need time to kind of cool off.
I've been stuck in this thing for a while, and I'm getting a little antsy. I'm sorry. He sits down in his chair and says, "I'm going to take a short nap."
Good, because I'm muting you. Mute.
Yeah.
Catherine, I do apologize for the inconvenience. We will be out of your way shortly.
I love the thing, because basically what we did was a temporal collision. That's what I rolled up. And
Yeah.
and your group must make a collective DC 15 check, which we did. The only person that failed was Williams. The vessels. This might lead to a social encounter with the pilots of the other ship. The vessels might even merge if things go really bad, which they didn't. So, yeah. And Catherine goes, well, I was on my way to, like I said before, we were we'd finished the thing in the time period that we were on Earth, and then we got a job on this other planet. It that's where I was heading.
Well.
Yeah.
Where were they heading again? Sorry.
Well, that's what I was looking up. That's the. Yeah. Oh. Come on. Ah, there it is. That's what I'm looking for. Let's see. Give me a second. Yeah, but which one of them is that planet? Thank you. We were actually going to go to the Staten system, going over to Hurston. There was a company out there that was doing some really mean and nasty things to the population there, and we were going to, like we usually do. Me and Robin, we're going to go take them out.
Fair enough. Then I suppose we won't. I suppose we won't keep you any longer. Then she says.
Well, how do we get ourselves untangled here? I mean,
right. She's gonna go to the console and start doing math.
All right. So I need you to roll me. Because I have the thingy pulled up. Let's see. All right. So you and her are going to have to do a collaborative check to separate the ship from the other.
Okie dokie.
Because neither one of the ships are broken, because you guys made your collaborative check, so your ship's not broken, and neither is hers. So, I am going to, let's see here. It was a dexterity saving throw to make sure all of you stayed on your feet. This is going to be a... how about an intelligence? We try to figure out how to separate your ships.
I was gonna say engineering, but okay.
Engineering? There is no engineering check.
There is.
Oh no, there is an engineering. Yes. Well, that's based off of intelligence. So yes, an engineering from both parties. Yeah, you did not bad. That's a
21.
18.
Do I need to roll, or am I not involved in this?
You're not involved in this.
Got
it. So between you and Catherine, both of you are kind of chatting between you and her. Well, maybe we should do this. No, that won't work because that will, cause a paradox. Or maybe we could do this. No, that will create a time loop. Just kind of you two are talking tech.
Mm-hmm.
And between the two of you, we figure out how to separate your ships. The collaborative check passes. This was over the threshold. And she goes, okay. And we're going to have to do this at the same time. So let's see if we can do this.
Very well.
3, 2, 1.
Boom.
Yeah. And her ship winks, your ship, the TARDIS winks, and the two ships, the two time entities are now separated. Her ship keeps going. There's a message that gets sent back, which is basically a thank you and sorry for, running into you. Maybe we'll run into each other at another time.
Yeah. She'll send a message back saying, sure, perhaps I can coax some stories out of Rags.
If she remembers. If she
That's what she's been trying to do, if you haven't noticed.
Yes. And Rags is just kind of looking at you like with deer in headlights at this point. As I said, she does not remember any of those stories. So Rags is going to. Rags kind of looks up at you and goes, do you want me to try again?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Look, first,
Uh-huh.
calm yourself. It doesn't matter if you break it. I can always fix it.
Right.
You didn't do anything wrong. This thing was already... For the record, this machine was in maintenance when he stole it. He hasn't fixed it. Not entirely.
Okay. And you see her... Before this, you almost clocked that she was going to be having a panic attack. But she's calming herself down. She's breathing in and out. She's a lot calmer, and I'm going to be giving her an advantage on this.
Yeah. Because, this should be just like riding a bike. And she's like, okay, you're fine. You fall off. It happens.
That was a 19, so she passes that particular check, which means I get to roll with 2d6. Ooh, that's a 8. Okay. All right. This will happen to you. All right. I want you, Tessa, to roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Nat 20.
Okay. This is what you see, because this is what I rolled. You see a glimpse of this as the machine gets back into powered flight. You are suddenly hit with a vision of the future, Tessa. You see in front of you, backlit by light, the person that you're supposed to be looking for, which is Aurora. And another figure, male. Human looking. But because it's backlit by light, the only person that you recognize in this particular vision is Aurora, because you know what Aurora looks like. You do not know who the other person is.
Fair enough.
And you gained an inspiration from this that you made your wisdom saving throw.
Woot.
Yes. Now we get to stick the landing. This ought to be funny. Oh dear. Oh dear. Yeah, this is gonna be funny. I'm going to roll one. Ooh, that's 6. Ah! Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. You're remotely successful in your journey. You've been thrown about, spilt your tea, torn your scarf, messed up your hair, or something else that's ruffled you. All time travelers are ruffled. So, whenever you are,
Yep.
Yeah.
Or Williams has now cut his fingers.
No, it's
On the
ruffled
fingers.
means like
Shaken?
as I shaken basically. It's kind of like
Okay.
yeah.
Sorry, I didn't know understand the terminology. Sorry. Thank you.
Yeah. So Rags has successfully got you to the planet that supposedly Williams is from.
First in Lauraville, just outside the outskirts of Zephyr.
Yep. So
Small little slum village. I'll let you
Yeah.
continue. Sorry. Go ahead. Do you have that?
Thank you.
You have that details.
I do. Now hush you. No, we're just outside the where the planet's supposed to be.
Oh,
Not
okay, sorry,
actually
not-
on the planet, dear heart.
I didn't know. I'll shut up.
Thank you. So, Rags goes, I think we're here. I think. I hope.
Well, let's find out, she says. And she'll walk over and open the door, but she won't walk out.
Okay. You open
She'll let the
door.
force field of the TARDIS, like,
Oh yeah. You walk out and it's almost exactly what William said. It's a black hole. There is nothing left of this planet.
yeah, I was worried about that. Not too worried, though. She says she'll close the door and turn around, walk back.
Okay, so if it's not here in the present, wherever this present is, so what do we
Yeah.
do?
Well, let's see. Why don't we try let's try 60 years in the past, she says, and she'll
Are you going to be doing all the
she'll do this one because it's fine tuning.
Okay. Well, you're in the right place, now you've got to get the right time period. So, I am going to go back. Once we get to do all this stuff again. So roll me an intelligence using the navigator's tools. I'm plotting a course.
Okie dokie. Uh, 18.
You pass that. Now you get to roll on the oh, that was dexterity, not okay, never mind. It didn't matter because she failed that terribly. So, roll a dexterity temporal vehicles check.
Okie dokie. Dirty 20.
Nice. Ooh. You had that. Don't want to do that twice in a game.
Yeah, the last thing she needs is to like run into another Gallifreyan.
No, it's not. Oh.
Ah, balls.
We can do that one. As you're trying to go back in time, you hear the distinct sound of the TARDIS, and then you hear a distinct sound of clunk. And Rax goes, "Did I hear what I think I just heard?"
Possibly.
Something went clunk.
Okay, yes.
Well,
Like
at least
I
it wasn't.
said, damn thing's defective. No offense, she says, looking up, but you were broken.
You can almost swear that the TARDIS kind of does a non-committal shrug. Almost. But you're not sure. It was kind of a fleeting feeling.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got to find out what the hell is. Okay. All right. So how do we find out what's broken?
She thinks for a moment. I mean, well, she'll run up internal scanners to see what broke.
Okay. Let's see. That would be an investigation. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Investigation. Go for it.
15.
Yeah, this time, the thing that broke is, it's right there in the console. It's again one of those systems that he really should have fixed, or rather, they really should have fixed, shortly after they had picked up the TARDIS, because, as you pointed out,
You
it's
mean
old.
stolen?
It's old and stolen. Yes. Like, this was the reason why. One of the reasons why it was in maintenance mode was because of this particular system, because it was acting up before he stole it.
Yeah, as well as the chameleon circuit, yeah.
Yeah. And guess which one he prioritized?
Neither.
No, he actually did fix the chameleon circuit.
Oh, fair.
That is in a 6th Doctor episode. He did fix it.
Took long enough.
Yes, it did. It's just he fixes it, but the TARDIS likes being a blue police box, so the TARDIS went back to being a blue police box. I mean, yeah.
No, that's fair. They always do tend to have minds of their own.
Yep.
She just looks at it and just her head hits the console like, are you serious?
Do you think we might need help with this one, or do you think you're going to be able to fix it yourself?
No, I can do this one myself.
Okay.
It's
you know,
honestly.
Right. I am going to go check on Williams while you go in to fix this, because I don't think you need my help for this, do you?
No.
Okay. Good. Do you need anything else before I, shuffle off?
I could use my own TARDIS, but sadly that's not around.
Why would you need your own TARDIS?
Because mine works.
Sorry. Uh, Rice goes, "Ah, you know, I can't argue with that, but we are stuck in this one, so we'll have to make do with what we've got."
Yep. And I am going to complain the entire time. It's okay.
Right. So I'm going to leave you to fix that TARDIS. I won't make you do any rolls while I have this conversation.
No, that's fair.
The camera follows Rags down to the medical bay, which is where we've hidden Williams away. And in walks Rags. Now, Williams, Rags doesn't look any different.
Yep.
Still the small, cute, lovable kobold that you know and love to be your friend.
Williams looks up as he's picking up the broken glass shards of the TV. So I heard I heard you managed to fly this thing somewhat decently.
Yeah.
Is everything okay, Rags? He looks at you.
Well, I mean, it's a lot to be told that you're a Time Lord that's, older than dirt, and that you've had all these adventures, which I do not remember, and that I can fly this thing, which, okay, flying this was kind of scary.
You'll get used to it, Rags. I mean, like, you've flown my ship once. And he thinks back to the time that she actually flew and nearly crashed it.
Yeah, and I got my lefts and my rights mixed up.
I mean,
Oh,
at least you landed it safely. I mean, like, at least we're all here and still alive.
I will also note, this is the first time that you've seen her since she's done whatever that she's done. You've also noticed that she has glasses.
Rags, what's with the costume? Points to his face.
Costume? What costume?
The things on your face.
Oh, you mean these? And she wiggles the glasses up and down. Well, okay. Somehow, somewhere in my memory, I think I remember this. Lady Mary and Lady Ann, that's Lady Mary's sister, noticed that I was reading a book and I was squinting, and they took me to an optometrist. That's someone that looks at people's eyes.
Yes, I know what an optometrist is, Rags.
And the optometrist told me that I needed glasses. My eyesight was going bad. So they got me glasses.
He winks for a moment. Huh. I never thought that kobolds would actually have bad vision. Well, I mean, it's maybe a little bit of the Time Lord in you, but he just drops the subject. It's like, so.
I mean, it's. Well, I mean, they were also very nice. The people in the optical shop saw my goggles and said, well, hello, angelic devil.
Hello, how are you?
They also saw my goggles and told Lady Mary and Lady Anne that I could have prescription sunglasses.
That's cool.
And so they took my goggles and they put in prescription lenses. So then when because I'm light sensitive, so when I bring these down to protect my eyes from the light, I can still see.
Okay, that's really cool, Rags. I appreciate it, but obviously I can't move around very much in this. Gestures to his stasis chamber.
Oh, hey, I have nothing to do with that.
I would love to help with whatever's going on out there. He gestures to like somewhere wherever he thinks the control room is, but obviously I'm stuck in here and I'm limited.
Do you know why you're stuck in there?
I mean, all I know is that from what Tress says I've been disappearing, reappearing. Something to do with my timeline.
It's complicated. Apparently, while she was going back to save me, from the
don't remind me,
Dalek.
Rags, please.
Yeah, well, apparently with that you started winking in and out of time, and well, Tress could only handle one
Crisis at a time.
one crisis at a time. So you winked out. She went back to the TARDIS, put me in here. I apparently glowed with a funny light
You did
and
the,
regenerate.
that thing. Oh.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
Time
which
Lord
is the
thing,
reason why
yeah.
I'm which is the reason why I'm kind of scared with the. I now have 2 heartbeats. That's. Let me tell you something. That's weird. And
Trust me, I
again,
have a 4th lung. It's not as weird as you think.
anyway, and then we went and solved the problem with the planet that we were on that we were trying to save.
Yeah.
Okay, we ended up saving it, and we met up with that Santaran.
His face just gets, like, distorted, and he says, "Computer, 1 potato."
And
As a
a
potato.
the potato appears where you were sitting.
Computer, 1 potato peeler.
A bit. It's based off of the 5E rules, Angelic.
Yeah.
And a potato pillar appears right next to the potato, and it's a big potato. Yeah, it's a big potato.
He starts peeling the potato. Now, if I see that Centauran ever again, he'll look like this after like 5 minutes of peeling the potato. I will skin that thing alive.
I don't doubt that. I think we kind of solved that problem, but I'm not sure. Again, you'd have to ask Tress about that, and or Tess about that, and
As he draws a face on the potato, says, "You know what? I'm lonely. I'm gonna call you Bob."
Bob the potato. Okay, got it.
I mean, he looks at the potato. It's like, "Bob, what do you think? Do you think we'll ever get out of here?" As he shakes Bob, and he's like, "I don't know, Williams."
Okay.
As you can see, we're both going crazy in here.
I know that. Well, let me. Okay. And she goes over. She hits a button on her side. Tess, are you done fixing the TARDIS?
Just one more. And she curses in a language that Rags might know, but
is it Gallifreyan?
Yeah.
Yes, she knows that you say a bad word. The language, which she goes. Wait, how did I know that?
Been trying to tell you, but yes, it's done.
Yeah, that last little bit that you were trying to fix zapped you a little. You got a little bit of a jolt. Yep.
I was gonna go with wrench slipped.
That works too. It kind of doesn't matter. Something inconvenient happens. That's the reason why you cursed.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Williams is in here going, kind of stir crazy in the little bitty place that you stuck him in.
Yes, I met a new friend. His name's Bob. He's a potato.
Yeah, I probably should have done this hours ago. She's going to extend his stasis field around the entirety of the TARDIS so that he can actually move around.
Okay.
So as long as he's in the TARDIS, he's fine.
Yep.
Okay.
Why are the walls moving? That's weird.
Oh, I see what she's doing. She's extending what you're in to encompass the entire TARDIS. So then if you stay in the TARDIS, you'll be fine.
Okay. That's better, he says as he walks around. Alright, so, where are we actually? As he goes over to like a interface.
Outside of your lovely planet, which, as you pointed out, is a black hole, and apparently it is. So we decided to go back in time.
How
apparently
far
something
back?
60 years.
He just, if a fish could facepalm with a finned hand, he would. Oh God. Do
It's a
you
start.
realize that that was the day, 60 years from, what time is it? What day is it? He looks at the chronometer. Oh God, no.
What?
That was the day the incursion happened. Are you guys that?
Wait! You're saying that the incursion, that the thing that blew up your planet and turned it into a black hole is happening now?
He looks at the chronometer. In 2 hours, yes. Right now, there's probably a copy of me somewhere down on that planet. And it's running around trying to save their dear friend. Not Erag, sorry. Another friend of mine. And fighting a valiant fight to get off the planet and save his people.
Right.
I really don't like talking about it. It's not something I like bringing up. My past is kind of... It's complicated. Also classified, he says.
Right. Okay. Well, I'm assuming, Tess, you heard all that? Tessa, you heard all that?
God damn it, are we on open mic still? He says.
Kinda.
Well, I guess it's better than nothing, he says, sighing.
Yes. Mm.
Nice.
Um.
Someone gets a free reroll.
Okay.
Right. Well. Well, I suppose we could try and stop it, unless it's a fixed point in time, and then, well. Terribly sorry, Williams. There's nothing even I can do for it. That being said, actually, assuming something changed down there, that makes sense.
Well, I mean, if he was trying to get off the planet in 2 hours, that mean, and he hasn't disappeared. This isn't the point in time that someone is trying to take him out of point of time, right? Did I just
Not
kind of-
necessarily.
I mean,
She says, well, this version of Mr. Williams is all alive and well, thanks to the stasis field in the TARDIS.
Mm-hmm.
well, the version down there is fighting for its life and his friend, and
Well,
I miss my friend.
well, all that being said, my thought was somebody went back into Mr. Williams's past and decided to off him. Luckily, he was close enough to the TARDIS that it kept him around for just long enough.
There's no TARDISes in Lorville, or even in Zephyr. And yes, it's a slum town with a trash heap for society, but
I don't think you quite understand where I'm going. The reason you, as in you, she says, motioning to him,
Mm-hmm.
as you are now, the reason you haven't vanished is because of this TARDIS. Not that there was one on your planet. There might be, but
Never found one. He says, I'd like to have one, but I don't
you
think they don't.
wouldn't find one even if you were looking for it. That's
have a
kind of the
point.
point of them.
Yeah, I can see that. Yes, I
I
can.
did find this
ooh.
crash ship with my friend on the service when I was like, what, 18, 13, 20? Don't remember. It's been a while. But I don't remember anything remotely TARDIS looking. I didn't even know what a
See-
TARDIS was back then. Probably.
And
Yes, my
you still don't
other
know what a
self.
TARDIS is, but that's beside the point.
Are we
Look,
to the left of the point or to the right of the point?
If you have 2 points,
oh
you can
good, I
draw
see
a
your
line.
sense of humor is returning. No,
Eh,
let me explain a little further, she says, clearly getting mildly annoyed that she has to dumb it down even further.
Yes.
Yep.
Look, my hypothesis is that you clearly escaped the planet. However, if somebody stops you from leaving the planet, thus it creates a paradox, which honestly makes sense for what we're dealing with. So you, Mr. Williams, congratulations, you're a paradox.
At least for right now.
That is true.
Looks at himself and he's like, we still have to figure out the. Well, I don't exactly remember the exact time. All I know is that the incursion happened in 2 hours. The planet was destroyed in 4 completely.
Well-
And I managed to get off world within 5 hours. So we have exactly 5 hours to do whatever we need to do before I, judging by what you just explained, cease to exist.
Not necessarily, because if you remember yourself getting off the planet, this may not be the point where he goes poof.
That is true, but if someone's trying to tamper with this existing timeline, it could create an alternate thread. I know how timeline threads work, as I've studied them briefly in the library. But we don't know exactly if this thread is being tampered with. That's why.
Do you want to
I
test
can't-
that theory? I can open the door and you can walk out.
Is that considered safe? He says, because if I walk out and I don't come back, then
Well, that's what you're trying to test, is it not?
I mean, it is a very simple test.
he starts walking towards the door, puts his hand on the knob, and says, thinks to himself, "Am I seriously going to consider doing this?"
But consider, if you're wrong, you will cease to be.
I feel like I should put this up to a roll, like an intelligence check or something like that. See if he's bold enough to do something this stupid.
This wouldn't be an intelligence. This would be a wisdom.
Wisdom saving throw or wisdom?
Yeah, make this a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
No, I would make it a wisdom, just a wisdom.
Wisdom
Okay,
check.
just a wisdom. Yeah, just a wisdom check. Yep.
Because, yeah, Tessa isn't,
14.
like, using anything against him.
Oh,
14.
that's true. 14?
Yeah. He thinks it's might be safe as he steps out.
Might be safe.
Yep.
If he steps, like, yeah, Tessa's just gonna let him step out.
How far are you going to step out, Williams?
Uh,
A couple steps beyond the TARDIS so that he can come right back in, or
yeah, like what? Like basically, he's gonna poke his toe out of the side of the stasis field
well,
and see what happens.
Well, Okay. Are you putting your whole self out, or are you just?
Part of myself, because he doesn't want to sacrifice his entire body. He's doing the safe experimentation. So if part of his body disappears for a brief second, he'll know that it's not safe.
Yeah, for what it's worth, Tess looks down at Rags and says, I'm half tempted to push him out. What about you? I mean, he just looks so pushable.
You know, I can hear you. I have subsonic hearing.
You know, I wasn't going to hide it from you regardless.
As he walks back in.
Rex Kettle goes, Abby, this is just as bad as when Milo was going back and forth through the Phantom Toad booth and realizing he turned himself into a cartoon.
As he
Sure.
slams the door shut.
What? You guys never saw the Phantom Toad booth?
Isn't that a book?
Yeah, and then they turned it into a movie. It was done very well by Chuck Jones.
Well, once I get my TV fixed, I'll have to watch that.
Yes,
very good-
I'm afraid I can't answer that. Apparently that was one of the memories that decided to float on.
Oh, that we definitely have got to watch that. I mean, the person who plays Milo, who oddly enough was the same person who played Eddie in the Munsters. Fantastic child actor. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So, obviously, I don't think I disappeared. Looks at his hand.
Was it your hand that you stuck
Yeah,
out
I
there?
thought it was
Yeah.
your yeah.
Yes, hand.
Which body part did you stick out? Was it your foot or was it your hand? Let's
My
establish that.
my foot. Yeah, I'll go with the original. My foot.
Your foot. It didn't disappear.
Okay, so obviously this timeline is not being altered, which means there's some other timeline that might be being manipulated. Does this thing
Okay.
walks over to the TARDIS console, gesturing to it? Can this thing detect changes in multiversal threads?
I mean, yes, but why?
If I give you a set of parameters, would it be possible to pinpoint that exact time?
She shrugs.
Well,
I mean-
considering we don't know, we know it's along your timeline. We know it's not here because you are still here.
Yep.
So it's got to be further back in your history, backstory.
He thinks of a date.
I mean, you thinking of dates, it's not going to
How
help
old
us
are
very
you,
much.
Mr. Williams?
You know that.
Okay, so I'm gonna tell you out of character. When his story happened, he was I don't know what year we are in now, but when the story that I wrote happened, it was 2935.
Okay.
So I'll let the GM's discretion take over on that one.
Well, I mean,
That has no bearing on your age.
yeah, we need to know how old you are, dear.
Okay, he is like 46.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, if this is the day the planet is going, she's basically gonna go back. Let's see if somebody tried to kill him as a baby.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, if he wants to give her the location or the coordinates and parameters, sure.
Yep. He's gonna say, it's basically, with her permission, he types in some of the, like the numbers on the keypad, like the exact coordinates of where his house was and everything, and his hometown,
Okay. All right.
and lets her
this-
type in the date and everything.
Right. Okay.
Mhm.
Yep. That ought to be funny. So, right. So he puts in all the information that Rags is kind of peeking, kind of, wow. So same planet that many years ago. You weren't even born in a hospital.
No, as actually, well, he says, if you want to know that part of my backstory,
No, I do not want to know that. I do not wish to know that part of your backstory.
he says,
Nobody needs to know that part of your backstory.
yeah, exactly. That's why it's, well, you don't talk about
David-
it. It's classified.
Well,
Bounty hunter never reveals his secrets, he says.
you're revealing to us when you were born.
That's because it's pertinent to
Yes.
the mission. That's one rule of bounty hunting.
She sticks out her tongue at you. Okay. I do have a question. If we find out that he has been destroyed, taken, whatever, along his timeline, we're going to have to figure out a way for him to leave the TARDIS so that he can help us do that, right?
I did have an
That's a-
idea, and I was working on something while I was in the stasis chamber. Thank you.
Yeah.
Really? You mean in between watching cartoons?
Yes.
Well,
You'll
he
be
was
surprised
watching.
that cartoon machine also works as a functional monitor for this, as he plugs a USB stick into the what looks like a USB port to the TARDIS, and up pops the schematic for basically. It's a very rudimentary mech suit stasis chamber.
For what it's worth, when he
Uh-huh.
goes to look for a USB port, she points to a toaster.
Yep, I can see that. Yeah.
He drops it into the
Rice-
toasting, into the toaster.
Yeah. Rags kind of just, I mean, as much fun as it would be watching you two try to figure this particular source out, I don't think I have a dog in this particular fight, as the saying goes. I'm going to wander down to the kitchen, maybe get some hot chocolate, maybe pop some popcorn, and
Pool's
take a few
open.
minutes. No, I'm swimming is not high on my list of priorities right now. I just need to process everything that's happened to me. Me turning into this.
You mean
Person?
you being you? Sure.
Trust me.
Yeah,
Like I said,
just-
a fourth lung isn't that crazy.
Oh, hush you. I just need time by myself to process. And while it's going to be absolutely hilarious listening to you two trying to recreate Iron Man over there, I don't think I need to be in this. And you see her turn around and walk out of one of the doors.
As he looks at the as they walk out, he looks at the door, looks back to you, it's like, Iron Man? This thing doesn't even look like Iron Man. As he gestures to the schematic.
Sometimes you really are dense. She says. For the record, pointing out that you have 4 lungs to a being that just learned they had 2, not a smart move.
Well, for a being that learned that she has 2 hearts.
Yeah, she's chastising Kenny for
Oh, yeah,
bringing
okay.
up the. It's no big deal.
Yeah.
Yep.
And he because he's born with one. He's like, what's the thing? I don't get it.
What's
Well-
the deal?
Well, yes. I mean, in all fairness,
Yeah.
Tessa was born with 2 hearts, so she gets it. But
Yeah.
What,
this
what,
is a big thing for
As he says, okay, so sorry, I'm yawning. This is what I envisioned for at least being able to It's a mobile stasis mech suit. It's a Mobis.
Well, Jesus, at least the suit itself is sound. However, while this stasis field is adequate, it's rather limited.
Just show me where the mobile emitter is, or wherever the emitting device is, and I could possibly rig something up to put it on board the mech suit, as he points to like the back half of the mech suit on the very back, near the neck.
Father would kill me for this. And she's gonna walk in and yeah. She's gonna go walk into the armory and basically reprogram a Gallifreyan energy shield.
All right.
It'll be a stasis pod.
All right. I want you to roll. Let's see. That would be an engineering check. Yes, that would be an engineering check for you.
Then we have to build this thing.
You just might, but let's see if we can get through
15.
these. Huh?
15.
15.
Not bad.
Hush you. I'm running the game, not you.
I was just commenting. Sorry. Oh, shut up.
15. That is decent. You do manage to reprogram the shield to be a stasis generator.
It will be sacrificing the shield.
Yeah.
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 So, yeah, sorry, you don't get any, like, super badass shielding tech from Gallifrey.
No. Yeah. It's what you did was destroyed the shield mechanism in this
Yeah.
thing to make it into a stasis field to keep his
Mhm.
form like what it's been doing on the TARDIS.
Mm-hmm. She walks over and she'll hand it to him.
Mm-hmm.
He examines it. This will work. Now I just need
Of
to build
course
a
it'll
suit.
work. Just first, while you're using it, tell no one where you got it. Because if anyone finds out, I will erase you from the timeline, and I will be thorough.
He nods.
Owie!
As his thinned hands wrap around the small little electronic device, he says, "I'll be at my workshop if you want to come with. More than welcome to."
Just don't break that. We only have a few of them.
As he trudges to the workshop and turns on the equivalent to like a mass fabricator. It's basically a giant 3D printer.
Pretty much.
And
Sorry.
and
Yes.
I was gonna say, for what it's worth, when he leaves, she's gonna walk over to the steps, sit down, put her head in her hands, and says, "How the hell does he do this?"
We'll get back to that. That's where we're going to leave you. You, Williams, have found your mass fabricator, and you are. What exactly are you doing? Are you making the suit?
He's taking synthetic material that is basically recycled material, or what they call RMC in his universe.
Yeah.
Recycled material scrap, and he is essentially recycling it into a synthetic space mech suit.
Right.
So it's like all fiberglass and like not very strong material, but yeah. Yep.
Really?
Confetti.
Confetti.
Which is not going to appear on screen, unfortunately, but you can just imagine. Oh, it was there. Okay. It just hasn't shown up on my screen, but okay.
Oh, the choice was there, just not anything else. Okay, that's fair.
Fair.
So, while you're doing that, dear,
Yes.
We find Rags in the kitchen. She has boiled up her hot chocolate. She thinks about it. She makes some tea. She has popped the popcorn. She is bringing this stuff out. She wanders back out into the console room where Tessa is sitting down with her head in her hands. Rags comes in, sits down next to her. Tea?
Yes, please. Thank you.
And popcorn.
Yeah, sure, why not?
What did you do this time?
It's not what he did. I have learned something about myself recently. I have very low tolerance for stupid people.
You have low tolerance for bullshit, too.
That is true. That's a family trait. I'm afraid I can't take credit for that.
Yeah.
Your family doesn't become the first family without being able to detect a large amount of bullshit.
Yeah, that's true. Let me ask you a question. How did you and I become friends? I mean, if you were the first family and I was a pirate, that sounds wildly different. I mean, opposites attract. Or we're opposites.
You would think, yes. But honestly, I was a bit of a rebellious teen, so I too once stole a TARDIS, and, well, I ended up accidentally running into your ship.
You mean kind of like what we did with Miss Catherine's ship?
Yes.
Except you were the one who zigged instead of zagged.
Pretty much, yes.
So what did I end up doing?
Well, you helped me fix it. Gave me my first bottle of rum.
Okay.
And then we made the promise that, one, my father would never find out, one, about me taking the TARDIS, and two, where you were. And
Let me guess, your father doesn't like me very much.
my father doesn't like anyone very much.
Fair, that's
my
fair.
father barely likes me.
Oh.
Hmm.
Huh.
But yeah. So you contributed to my delinquency, and that's how we became friends. Much like you become friends with most of your friends.
Okay. Well,
You
I guess
tend to be a bit of a bad influence.
okay. Wow. And here I am trying to be a good influence on people.
Don't get me wrong, the change is nice, but no matter how much we actually change, we will never stop being who we truly are. So, I'm sure there's some chaos in you somewhere.
I guess this is kind of the reason why in all my dealings across the multiverse, I tend to attract the people that are insanely powerful or have really bad, really sorry backstories.
She nods.
I mean,
Couple
what if-
thousand years of traveling the timeline and universe will do that to you.
I mean, one of my friends is is an empress of an entire flooding city.
And
She-
one of your friends is the first order of a planet. Congratulations. She smiles.
Eh. I wonder what Ashes would think of you.
I don't know. I don't know this person.
Well, she doesn't know you either, and that scares me just a little, given what Ashes is. And Rags kind of does the, the look left, look right meme.
Yeah, now. Out with it. What the hell is she?
Well, she is a. I don't know. I don't remember what Mirabelle's base was.
Azamar?
Asmar. Okay. Well, she is a what we would call an angel. Of course, Rags is putting that in quotation marks, obviously. That got turned into a Dhampir or a vampire that got taken over by nanites.
Well, they certainly sound like a chaotic mess.
She is, but she's one of the nicest people that I have ever met. I mean, she is so nice that she made me part of the royal family. I always have a place when I go back to Anthem.
Well, congratulations. From pirate to royal family. Not bad.
I guess she likes me.
Most people tend to.
Yeah, I
Bad
know.
influence you may be, but you're still likable.
Rice kind of leans
That's why
over.
you can be a bad influence.
She kind of leans over and leans on you, kind of a. You know. Yeah, I know. This is just all so much that I am now this. A Time Lord, did you say?
Mm-hmm. Yes, well, technically your species would be Gallifreyan. Time
Right.
Lords are the elite, as it were.
So it makes sense for me to be in a royal family.
Yes. I mean, sort of. Let me see if I can. The things that we can do as Time Lords, normal Gallifreyans can't.
Right.
That is because we have been exposed to the vortex of time. The naked vortex of time. We have looked in, it has looked back. There
Right.
are other steps, but
Okay.
it's not a particularly pleasant experience, I assure you.
Right. Okay. You think we're going to be able to help Williams?
I think it's perfectly within our capabilities, assuming we can get him to slow down and stop talking long enough for us to think.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, we're still looking for Aurora, right?
Yes, speaking of Aurora, when you were piloting, I had a bit of a glimpse at into the timeline.
Oh,
I managed to She was talking to someone, not entirely sure who.
Oh. So we know that she's still around. Hmm. Okay. Do you think she's the one that's trying to take Williams out?
Probably, because I don't. First off, probably. The Suntarans would be after me, not him. And
Whoop.
yeah.
Yeah, I'll be right up.
So, do I think it's Aurora? Probably not.
Well, who do you think is the person that she was talking to in that vision of yours?
I'm not entirely sure. She's gonna think back on it. Did the feature, like, I get it, backlit and all of that, not
Mhm.
being able to tell super features, but
Yeah.
did it look even mildly recognizable?
Other than it was a guy?
Yeah.
I will say this: when you think back on your vision, and being a Time Lord, you do remember everything.
Mhm.
You get kind of the feeling that this particular individual might be. Might have had a haughty air about themselves. But that's all I'm going to give you.
Well, whoever it was somebody that liked to look down on people.
Yeah, well, I mean, that could be a number of individuals.
That's not unfair. They looked human-ish, but that's not a definable indicator.
Well, I mean, there's plenty of aliens out there that are human-ish, because humans have, as far as from what Lady Mary told me, humans went everywhere.
This Lady Mary sounds like somebody who likes fairy tales.
She likes stories. She always has. She does make a point to not interfere with the stories, because those are their stories, not hers.
Yes, humans are much like cockroaches in that regard. They do tend to spread out. To think that they are the sole reason why aliens look, well, like us is ridiculous.
I would ask
Humans
you not
humans haven't even been around that long.
I realize that, but I'd ask you not to use that word again.
Human?
No, the other one. The don't say it. Just you see Rex kind of do an all body shiver.
Yeah. Katie has no idea what she said that caused her to do that.
Well, it
So
began with
Tessa
a
does that.
it began with a C, and I don't want you to say that word again.
Ah, sorry.
Yeah. It's okay. You did not know. I will grant you that you did not know. That's just that particular word just doesn't make me feel good.
No, that's fair. Sorry.
It's okay. You're fine. Rags kind of, well. So what is Williams doing right now? I mean, he was trying to recreate, Iron Man with the thing that he had drawn up.
As
Well,
trudging out
he's-
from the
I was going to ask when you're going
Doorway.
to walk into the. Ask when you're going to walk into this particular conversation.
yeah, as trudging with a lot of mechanical hissing and beeping.
In other words, we can hear you down the hallway, step from rope,
Yes,
step
it's
from rope,
not
step
this,
from rope.
this thing is not subtle. It's more
No, I
designed to
wouldn't
keep him
imagine it would be
protected.
subtle.
It's less stealth than anything.
Yeah. So we hear these step thump as we're finishing up this particular conversation. Oh, geez, he did. He actually built it.
That's
As
right.
she turns around. What does this thing look like?
I will find a reference image in just 2 seconds. Give me a moment.
I like the fact that we are sitting on the stairs. We hear this. We both turn around. I don't know what Tessa is doing.
She's just like face palming, like, oh.
Oh my gosh.
Once again, her patience is being tested.
Yes. Rex is not that far behind you. It's sort of like, oh lordy, what did he do now?
Yeah, this is what it looks like. It's really inspired by Star Citizen because I love this thing in the game. So
I bet you do.
give me a second. I'm gonna post it in our group chat under OC.
Mm-hmm. Is it OOC?
Yep.
Let me...
It's a mech suit, alright?
Wow, you went full alien, didn't you?
Yep.
Aliens. Yeah, you went full aliens. Okay.
Yep.
To reiterate to the people who cannot see the picture, it is a
So if you play Star Citizen, it's an ALTS by Argo.
Yes, but not everybody plays that game. I'm giving them a different reference. In Aliens, it's the suit that Ripley climbs into when she's fighting off the Queen. So
it's the power loader.
Yeah, power loader. Thank you. That was the word I was looking for.
Yep.
Power loader. So Rags kind of looks around and goes, well, it's not. That is not Iron Man. You're welcome. That's more Aliens. A movie that I haven't actually really watched, but I know of.
Believe me, the species that movie is based off isn't any better than portrayed.
Also, here's the best part about this thing. He says,
although they do speak.
I bet they do.
It can go in the pool.
Yeah, just go all the way down to the bottom of the pool.
He chuckles and says, no, actually, I put it in the pool. As you notice, it's dripping with, water from the pool, and he's getting the entire control room wet from the drips.
Why did you do that?
Because my species thrives and regenerates in water.
And now Rags does the facepalm.
And
Also, these tubes here, he gestures to the tubes, pump water into my gills every 6 to 7 minutes.
Okay.
It's a tank on the back that recycles. He gestures trying to reach his back, but the thing's too bulky.
Oh boy. So now our team has evolved from a Time Lord, a mythical creature, and a shark man to 2 Time Lords and a person in a power loader.
I wouldn't call it a power loader, I call it an ATS.
Yeah. Yeah, you honestly couldn't make that shit up.
No, we couldn't.
Now,
Okay,
the only thing I haven't tested is jumping from high heights. I don't know how much these shock absorbers are able to take.
You know we can fix that problem. No, park the TARDIS right above, in high orbit, low orbit of your planet, and shove you out.
I was actually thinking about dropping in on my mom. She's still
Right.
around in this
Right.
timeline.
Rex kind of goes. Didn't want you to take me seriously. You know, kind of.
Like I said, bad influence. But uh yes, see, I understand you want to do that, but have you considered if it doesn't work?
I built this thing to Aquatican specifications. Of course, it should work.
Oh,
Well, yeah, give me a moment, she says. And she'll maneuver the TARDIS in low orbit. Basically, she will be above where he wants to drop, or just outside where he wants to drop,
Yep.
right.
with enough height to seriously injure him if it doesn't work, but it won't kill him.
Okay, that's fair. That is very fair.
All right. As he walks to the door, he's like, "I'll be back." As he walks backward and jumps, like walking off the ledge backward to Geronimo. What do I need to roll with this thing?
With that thing? Okay. You're actually going to do this. You're actually going to pull something that one of my friends pulled in a game. Okay, I'm going to have you roll a couple of them.
Okay.
One is a dexterity saving throw, the other one is a constitution saving throw, and if you fail on either, you have to calculate how far you are off the ground so that we can roll that many dice and d6s.
150 feet.
Oh.
Dexterity 17.
Okay.
Constitution. $19.
All right.
It does come down with a mighty thud.
Yeah, I
Picks
kind
up
of
a
figured that.
lot of dust, like a small dust storm occurs.
For the record, Tessa has her head out and is like looking down.
As a
Well,
small dust cloud appears.
Damn.
Well, the thing is that okay, both of your rolls were above what I was thinking. You're still going to take some damage.
Yeah, structural damage to the unit mostly. It's gonna soak some of it.
Oh yeah.
Say maybe about like
you
2d6 worth of soak. 150 feet.
150. Oof. Okay, I'm not going to do that many.
Yeah, it's
just
gonna
not
soak 5 damage
only 5 damage
from its armor. It's only 2d6s. I rolled a 4 and a 1.
Oh, for the soaking.
Yeah, for the armor soak. Yeah.
All right.
Try to keep it fair.
And he dropped, so he dropped from 150 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And he's soaking 2d6 worth of damage.
Mm-hmm.
That's like 96 worth of damage. 10d6, give or take. Eesh.
Yeah, I know.
But this thing also has shock absorbers, which are now shot.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, folks. Giant metal springs will not save you in a fall.
10.
Now we know what it's like when a shark tries to fly.
Yes.
Doesn't go well.
No, it doesn't. Five, 6, 7. This is going to hurt.
Question for the GM. What do plot dice do? Can that change the narrative in any way or no?
Their hit
Mm.
die.
Their hit
Yeah,
die.
that's your
Okay,
hit die. Yeah.
got it.
it is your
Never
hit
mind.
die.
Ignore what I just thought.
Okay. You take 22 points.
2 points minus 36. We do some quick math.
Now, I've already taken off the 5 that you absorbed, so
Yeah. 36 minus 22. 14.
14.
Seriously injured, but not dead.
Yep.
Exactly. You land, Williams. The shocks absorb a little bit, but it was not made for, jumping or falling, rather.
Here's the stupid
onto-
thing. In the game, people have actually done this stunt, and the
I
thing
know.
actually survives.
Yeah, but
In
dear
this
heart,
universe, it does not.
it does not.
As he sees a whole bunch of red flashing lights, like all over the controls.
Yep.
And probably a lot of pain and spitting up a little bit of blood and
He bit
Mhm.
his
Oh, yeah.
tongue.
Not in
He
good
bit his
shape.
tongue. He bit his tongue off.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Rags kind of looks over. How high are we up?
About 100 and... She'll give the appropriate... I'll give it in Imperial, she'll give the proper in metric, but she'll say, about 150 feet.
It's just a crackling all over the comms. Well, I survived, but
That is 45.72 meters.
Then that's what she uses.
Mm-hmm. Well, he survived.
but I can't move
I
my
would-
legs.
I would suspect that his legs are probably broken and he's probably cracked a few vertebrae.
More than likely.
Also, I can't feel my tongue. You hear like over slurred speech.
I can't hear that tongue.
He,
I
he,
think-
he looks down at the ground. Oh, there it is.
I think we need to go down there, pick him up. Let me ask one more question. Williams, are you disappearing?
Nope.
Oh, good. At least that part of it works.
I should hope so. That part of it's Gallifreyan.
Of course. Why would I think anything else? Let's go down there and get him out of that so that he can actually heal up so that we can do what we need to do on this lovely little planet.
Mhm.
I'll find out if
Fair
someone is
enough.
actually trying to take him out as a baby.
Of course. She says she'll walk over, land the TARDIS, just
Mhm.
set it down.
Yep.
Then she'll walk out and then look back at Rags and say, how exactly are we going to do this? I don't think either one of us can actually drag him, nor could we do it as a pair.
Yeah, neither one of us was strong enough to do this. Williams?
Uh-huh. He says,
Oh,
looking down
Williams.
yeah. Oh. Can you hear me?
Yeah, well, I can hear you.
Alright.
And-
He looks down at his busted legs that are strapped into this mech suit. He says, I mean, it does have... Hold on, give me a second. What would I need to roll to initiate regenerative capabilities for my species? It's a species
For
trait.
your species, I want to say medicine.
Medicine, okay.
Yep.
Medicine is... Wow, that's a 1. Plus 1. My
Yep.
stats total. We're gonna have to roll this bad boy. 16.
You start initiating the regenerative things on your suit.
Mhm.
It indicates to you that it will take a bit, but
Mhm.
yeah.
He calculates on the system. can he, after the regeneration cycle has started, will he be able to maneuver the suit?
Oh yeah, it's the way that you've made it is that you being regenerative, it is not dependent on you moving on locomotion.
Okay.
That's
the way it's engineered.
that's the words I was trying to put into that
Yeah.
particular sentence.
So he stands there, well, hunched, kind of crouched up for a couple, like maybe
Wi-
like 5
Williams,
minutes.
Rags will come out. Williams,
Give it a moment.
you do realize that was an extremely stupid idea.
Better test the capabilities of the suit while I have it around. Now that I know that that's not going to work very efficiently, I can work on upgrades.
You almost killed yourself by doing this incredibly stupid idea.
My species has survived worse. Not the stupidest thing I've done.
Well, no, you're.
As he starts lifting one leg and goes, ow, 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 thunk.
Yeah. Owie, ow, 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 ow. At least we don't have to try to figure out how to get him and the suit back into the TARDIS.
It has a recall function, I built that in. So if I'm ever separated from the suit will go back.
Yeah, but you won't. Especially if we don't figure out who is when this particular individual has, offed you from your timeline.
It does have a temporal homing beacon.
Okay.
A temporal beacon. How far does it go? 1, 2 years tops.
Try 3.
Oh, bravo. While I do find your look, Mr. Williams. While I do not,
he does like the slow turn, shuffle, shuffle, shuffle with his hydraulic legs, and you just hear him. You just see the visible wincing as he's doing this.
Yes, I think you should. While I'm not doubting your intelligence for your species, it is probably best you leave the temporal mechanics to the professionals.
I slapped this thing together, and you didn't want to help, so it is what it is. Now come on, let's move. As he's
I didn't help, huh? She says she'll walk over quickly and pull the stasis pod thing off the back of it.
Warning, warning.
I'm sorry, I didn't help.
Warnings.
Williams,
starts flickering.
Yeah, I think you made her upset. To apologize to her.
Okay, yes, you helped. Put it back, please. He blip.
She'll set it back up. Now, I do appreciate your expertise where it counts, i.e., bounty hunting and relative physicalness, I suppose.
You suppose?
Back in, he says,
You sometimes, when you try to sound as smart as we are, it
doesn't work.
Comes across not well.
I'm a shark man, not a scientist. I get it.
Damn it, Jim. I'm a shark man, not a scientist.
Well, I'm fairly sure you can be a shark man and a scientist, but you're right, you're not a scientist. You're a bounty hunter.
I'm a bounty hunter and also a slight engineer, but you know what? My engineering skills are a little rusty, and I do apologize for that.
It's not...
This thing is slapped together with duct tape and a prayer, pretty much.
I am simply asking you to stop trying to act smarter than you actually are.
Fine.
It doesn't play well with the rest of us.
says. Shall we make our way
Yes,
to
let's-
at least the huts over there?
Assuming you can walk.
It will hurt, but I can walk, yes.
Hang on a second. Where's my dice? Where's my dice? Where's my dice? And to find my dice. Ooh. Okay. The lovely computer that you programmed into this, which sounds like a female version of Jerry Ryan. Oh no,
Jerry
Jerry
Ryan
Ryan
is
is female.
Yep.
Sorry, it sounds
Uh,
like Jerry Ryan. I'm sorry, my
Sounds like
brain.
Jerry Ryan.
Comes across your full regenerative
Cycle.
cycle will end in 8 hours.
Good to note. He
So
starts
y-
a 8-hour timer on
Yeah.
the wristwatch function.
Mm-hmm.
He starts,
Administering pain management.
at least that function works. As he braces for the injection.
Oh yeah, and
a
it's
hypodermic
not
needle.
it's not a painless injection either.
No, it's spinal.
Oh yeah. Whack! Here, your eyes kind of goes cross-eyed for a few seconds,
Mhm.
and then after a few seconds, bliss, no more pain. You don't care.
Yeah, it's a heavy dose of hydroxytine.
It's like quite literally, if you were laying down like in a hospital bed, you would be
Yeah.
counting the holes in the tile.
Yep.
That's
Hydroxytine
fair.
basically puts shark men basically in
Oh yeah.
blissful trance.
Oh yeah.
Enough of
for-
it can
for-
kill one.
Wait. Yes.
For what it's worth, if we are going out, Tessa is grabbing her weapons. She isn't stupid. And her psychic paper.
Yeah, Rags has her weapons. She has her. I will tell you exactly what she has on her lovely body.
Does
She
have her
has.
flintlock?
She does. She has her flintlock. And she also has her rapier.
Williams has managed to.
I should clarify. Not the one that Ash gave her. Hers.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Actually, she has both.
Fair enough.
She has both.
Williams has mounted his gun to that little magnetic arm thing
Hmm.
on his suit.
Right. Williams,
Mhm.
as you're standing here, not feeling any pain and going, ooh, this feels good.
Yep.
You do, as you're looking down at your hands,
Yep.
as you're testing out, like some of your functions, you do notice that the tips of your fingers are winking.
He just makes a mental note that the
Mhm.
removal of the stasis unit and the quick reassembly from that unit back into the system, it wasn't properly. The system wasn't built for it to be removed and reinstalled. It's a single-use item, so removing it and reinstalling it just cut down a little bit of its lifespan.
Yeah.
It's like if you were to cut open
then
an
take her
ion
off.
battery.
Yeah, no, I mean, you did take her off, so yeah.
Yeah. So he's looking at the calibration and the diagnostics. He only knows the way the system is currently functioning will only last him 8 hours out in the field. The onboard
Okay.
battery is only built to last 8 hours, and then everything
Right.
powers down.
fair enough. Then I suggest that we spend a few hours here, and then we get you back on the TARDIS, take off the suit, and if nothing happens in this time, we will go to another. Repeat the process until the damn battery runs out. Then you're stuck on the TARDIS.
Fair enough, he says.
Well, actually, I will put a caveat. The battery works 8 hours when it's not being charged. I'm going to make it a rechargeable battery.
Fair
Fair
yeah,
enough.
he has a charging cradle that looks very reminiscent
has a-
to a
Yeah.
charging station for a basically you plug it into like what would be a Tesla charger.
I know what those things look like.
Except it's the
No.
plug just into the back of this giant mech suit. It's a tiny little plug in the back. It's just cute.
Yeah. I know exactly what those things look like.
Yeah.
Trust me, I was out with my sis, and there's a place
I've seen it off of
because
them
we have
too.
lots of strip
Yeah.
malls.
Yeah.
And outside one of those places is a line of places where you can charge up your Teslas. So I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
So Rex says, okay, let us see where this leads us.
Okay, so
We're here, obviously.
Williams
He's
surveys the
mostly
area.
yeah. He's mostly fine. Although I would ask Williams not to do something that's silly or stupid again.
Noted. It says alright,
Because
so these huts are the edge of the
Huts?
village. I know they don't look like huts and they look more like mounds of trash, but they're called huts. At least when I was living here. Well,
okay.
my former self living here. I don't know if my former self is anywhere around.
You said this is the day that you were born.
Yes, as you hear
Mhm.
crying.
So you
from
will
one
be
of the
around.
trash heaps. Sounds like a
Oh
newborn.
no.
Well, there you are.
Can't let them
Okay,
can't
so
let them know that we're here.
well let's see if let's confirm that that's him, right?
She
Isn't
nods.
that going to create a paradox if I see myself, or I'm in close proximity to myself?
As long as you don't touch yourself.
Is that how it works?
Since when are we using? No, that's fair. She thinks about it for a second. Yeah, don't touch yourself. You can see yourself all you want.
Yeah, at this point, Rags kind of looks at you and goes, "You don't remember the bigger deer?"
I try to block it out.
That's fair.
As
Of course, now we've just these two characters have just mentioned somebody that you do not know who they're talking about.
I do not. I start trudging towards the hut. You guys keep up. As he's like wincing every step.
Well, no, the
Oh, yeah.
pain medication.
Yeah, he's
Pain medication
blissfully,
had, yeah.
he's blissfully like slightly bunny humping towards the hut. Pile of mound of trash that looks like a hut.
Okay, so that way. Let's go. And Rags will follow after the man in a mech suit.
Yeah.
Does Tess follow? Or Tress follow?
Yeah. No, Tess, you had it right.
Oh, that's right. Tess.
Outside the hut, there is a small, what's called a hover quad. It's a 2-person hover bike,
Right.
and a bunch of barrels piled up that have
Mhm.
oil in them. It's, Hurston, and this is a little bit of lore from this universe. Hurston is a mining town, and they use mining rigs called ROCs, ROCs, to extract the oil from the stones. in the mines.
Right.
You
Right,
see a
right.
couple of these other like mining rig or what look like weird mining rigs to your parked off in the distance. There's a couple of
Mhm.
people probably talking over near them. You can't hear what they're saying. They're just side characters. They don't notice
Right.
you.
Yeah.
As this
Well,
giant mech
okay.
suit approaches the town's edge.
Yep.
And
Well, let's hope that they have seen aliens before. Or this is going to get real interesting real fast.
Yeah. Okay.
stretches up to the back end of the hut.
Back end, not the front end?
The back end, and he's gonna peer in his mech suit through the window, the back window, see through and kind of assess the situation inside.
Tessa will just walk up to the front door.
Yeah, Rags is also going to walk up to the front door.
He's trying to be stealthy about it. As stealthy as
You're
he can
not
in a giant
stealthy in any shape, form, or fashion. You don't step from up through the town.
There is not a modicum of stealth in here.
Nope. There isn't.
Yeah.
Knowing
Sorry.
Knowing that, Tessa's just gonna walk up and knock on the door.
Mm,
Well, there's no door. It's just an open.
Oh,
Oh,
fair
well,
enough.
okay.
Then she'll kind of peek her head in and say, "Hello, is anyone home?"
okay, what is in the hut is a man and a well. There's two women and a man. In the hut. One of the women is lying down in the bed. It looks like she has sweated profusely. And going ow ow. The other woman is sitting at the woman's between the two women's legs. And the man is up at the woman who's laying down near her head, holding her hand, going, "You're doing good, dear. You're doing good. Remember to breathe. I hurt. Give me." Never mind. Say give me morphine, but there's probably no morphine on this particular planet.
No, there's no such thing as morphine. There's hydroxytine.
Yeah, I know, but
that's
it's
expensive stuff, and we can't afford that.
Yeah, it's the equivalent of that, and it's sort of like, "Dear, you're breathing with breathe this," just kind of.
Yeah.
What you're observing, Tessa, is a birth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They haven't noticed you come into the double saw yet.
Well, she did peek her head in and go, "Hello, is anyone home?"
Yes.
But through all the screaming and shouting.
Yeah, through all the screaming and shouting, I don't think you're heard. So
that's fair.
You can either raise your voice or continue to observe this lovely scene I have laid out for you.
Well, no, now that she has seen all of the participants, she's gonna look around for anyone suspicious that isn't wearing a giant mech suit.
In other words, you're looking for someone else.
Next to you, you just hear the stop. Well, you hear it saddling up next to you, you should say.
Oh, Lord.
At the entrance, and crouches down. Oh, I don't remember this.
Of course you wouldn't.
Both of them say at the same time.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
So this is how it happened, he says.
Yeah, because both Tessa and Rags look at you and say that at you at the same time.
Exactly.
They're in unison at that one.
And he says, "Okay, so how are we gonna?" Didn't think this through all the way. How?
Well,
I need an alias.
How about you turn around and look around the area and see if there's anyone that should not be here.
Okay.
We know
so,
who.
yeah.
We've seen your grandmother, your mother, and your father, so we know they're there. I will keep an eye out for anyone that shows up other than that.
Trudges off to the center of town.
Okay. That is fair. We hear the step thump, step thump, step thump, and it gets progressively quieter.
I swear we can't take him anywhere, even to his own birth.
You knew this would happen, didn't you?
Of course I did. He is.
Not quite a Neanderthal.
Not quite a Neanderthal, but not far off either.
I knew that even when I was a mythical creature.
You chuckle. Yes, it's For the record, she just starts talking to her like she's she's the Corsair. She's just gonna be like, yeah. Honestly, I think we could train him, make him a little better than he is, but I don't think I have the patience, do you?
You think I'm going to have the patience? Remember, I am just newly minted, even though you say I'm not. I don't know what I can and cannot do.
Well, I mean, yeah. You're patient to a point, but that's beside the point.
Yeah, we're to the left of the point. Let's make sure that this particular birth goes swimmingly.
Really?
What?
Really? Swimmingly?
You
Come
are
on,
doubting.
your sense of humor was better than that. She says, like, oh god.
What? I have watched a lot of one particular person who does puns like that all the time. Granted, they're non-binary and well and she blushes just a little.
No, I mean, just that was a little bit of low-hanging fruit, though. That's what I'm saying. Puns are fine. Just maybe don't go for lowest common denominator. She chuckles.
And Rags kind of does the, as you two are having this lovely conversation. As you two are having this conversation, what's going on in this particular domicile is the lady. You hear the push, the one that's sitting at the at the ass end of this lady who's laying on the bed, and the man looking at the wife, trying to encourage and stumbling very badly. So, Yeah. And in about this is very painful, but we'll make it quick. In about 15 minutes, the woman sits at that end and goes, "Okay, now one more big push. I see the head. Now you guys can't see any of this. There's
It's more
somebody."
like a shark fin, but we'll go with that.
Mercy's all around.
Yeah, you basically where Rags and you are standing, which you guys are standing like right inside the door. The woman who is sitting in front of the raised legs is blocking everything.
Yep.
If that makes sense.
Our back is to you.
Yes. Okay, why did you send that?
Because it's a pink zigzagoon.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Got it.
Why wouldn't I?
Yeah, okay. Never mind. Just I was looking at the flag more of the person that was holding it. I'm going, why are you sending that to me?
Because it was a pink zigzagoon holding the flag.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Anyway. So, about 15 minutes later, I see the head, and harumph and and owie and so many grunts later, you do hear a cry of a baby, and you see this woman stand up. The baby is covered in what normal babies are covered in after they're born. I am not going to describe that because that is extremely gross.
Yep.
Again, mercies. Huh?
I said, yeah.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah, and a lot of nopes, I hear that. She makes a ceremonial, cutting of the cord. Places the baby in the arms of the mother. It's a strong, healthy boy. Have you given a thought of what you're going to name the child? And the mom looks at the father, and the father nods. Well, we were thinking about naming him Kenny. And the woman nods. Well, I've got to do some aftercare, but you two focus on the child right now.
On that note, you hear gunshots off in the distance.
Mm-hmm.
And you shouts of "Raiders! Raiders!"
Yeah, Rags goes, "Oh, that's just what we need."
Right. She stands up, or she walks and pulls her gun and cocks it back. And, well, at the very least, we can make sure they don't take this house.
I'm right there with you. And when the cry is called "Raiders, Raiders," the man goes, "Oh no, oh no, honey, I'm not going to be able to help you out here. We've got to protect the village. It's the Raiders again. I'm so sorry, honey. It's okay. Go protect." And the man is. Have you walked into the house, pointing your gun outside? Is that what you've done?
She's gonna poke her head in and say, "My sincerest apologies. I'm a friend, and Sarah, stay with your family. We got this out here."
But I must protect the village. It's my duty to protect the village.
We have this. We have one of your warriors that is out there doing his best.
We will defend your city. We will defend your village.
Thank you. Thank you. He looks at you with legitimate gratitude, because it looks like he was reaching for, because the way that he's dressed is that he's dressed very simply. He has what looks like a patchwork shirt, patchwork pants, shoes that look like they needed to be replaced like 2 seasons ago. He has a place where a gun would be, but obviously he's taking it off because, birth. Don't need to have a gun. But the weapon is within reach of him walking out the door. So this is definitely his domicile.
No, that's fair.
Yeah.
She'll-
And he goes, "Thank you." And he turns around and he stops, midway walking back to the woman. And he looks at you and says, "I am so sorry. What is your name?"
I'm the Countessa. You should probably remember that, she says with a smile. And she'll turn and
Yeah, because
act
you're the
all
only one.
badass.
Yeah, you're the only one that actually walked into the house, because Rag smartly stayed outside, because she knows what the reaction is when someone like her walks into the house and they're not prepared for her.
True.
Yeah, that's fair.
So you're the only one that walked in. You walk back out. Well, is he going to stay put?
So far.
Okay, so we need to protect the village.
Yep.
It's whatever's attacking it. Let's hope Williams can do something in that oversized suit of his. And
Meanwhile.
meanwhile,
Yep.
I do not have stats for these lovely raiders of yours.
Okay. Basically, go off the blaster stats for me, which is a
You should have a blaster on you.
yeah, right, laser rifle, 5 3d8 fire.
Okay. 3d8?
3d8, yep.
Okay.
Yeah, there's 2 of these guys wielding these things, so it's gonna be
Oh yeah, I understand that. Only have 2, but I'll reroll 1. So Williams.
Yep.
You were out heading towards the center of town, and you hear you know when you got older.
what
One of the
hover quad
first,
sounds like.
Well, that and the fact that you know that when you were a young boy, you noticed that the village had like watchtowers, crudely made watchtowers, but
Yeah, just
watchtowers, so
piles
they
of
can keep an
trash.
eye out for.
Yep.
Yeah, so they can keep an eye out for these raiders.
Yep.
Like,
And the
they come
UE
periodically.
sometimes helps, but he doesn't see
Yeah.
them off in the distance yet.
But these but and you also know that they're guards, and one of the guards goes, "Something's incoming!"
And he pulls up his wrist, taps a couple buttons, and the gun goes.
And are you scanning?
He is also scanning actively for
Alright.
Targets.
Alright.
It's like a visor comes down over his eyes, and it's kind of like
Right.
a little,
Okay.
like,
So
odd
I want you to do a perception check.
perception, which is +1.
Mm-hmm.
19.
Yep. You clock. I'm going to say you clock 6 of these people.
So 3 speeder bikes, 2 on each.
Yes.
Got it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you see them. They're driving the speeder bikes are coming very quickly to the village. and you know from previous attacks
Mhm.
that these people, while they can fight off these raiders, it's going to be a battle. You know, people are going to die. What do you do?
He starts barking orders to the guards in the towers. You up there?
What do you? Okay.
The one on the left will probably be coming in for a flanking attack from the far right around the left side of the village. Guard that area with your life. You on the tower to my right. Get a beat on the lead speeder, and fire 2 warning shots in at their front half of their speeder, and try to disable the speeder's hover functionality. You 3 down here. Guard the entrance to the village with me. Let's move out. He's basically taking a full command of this situation.
Oh yeah, I'm well aware of that.
He says, "I'm with the UEE. We do things this way."
Wait.
When he is
Oh,
not
there it is.
actually with the UEE, but he's just playing it.
Well,
So if you need me to roll deception, I will.
yeah, you roll your deception, dear.
Deception, which will be -1. Can I use a logical argument for this? That I just have a
Yes.
stat 1 or 0, since I have a -1 deception. That's just a flat 15.
Hang on.
Go ahead and take your time.
Okay. Considering that they rolled, well, one of them rolled a 17,
Mhm.
and you're doing a logical argument.
Yes.
All right, so you've managed to convince these people to follow your orders. They somewhat believe what you are.
Yep. Says to kind of back it up, but this is just narrative talk.
Yeah.
The UEE has been made aware of the situation in this village and has come to provide aid and support for your people. Trust me, I know what I'm doing. I'm a tactical strategist.
Oh. Okay, as you're saying this,
Yes.
one of the figures on the bikes raise up their weapon.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, owie. Okay, raise up their weapon and fires it at one of the two lookout towers. And well, it's the left tower, and kills that particular watchman. Whereupon this second watchman tower says, "Raiders! Raiders!" which is what we hear.
Yeah.
The gunfire and the we had to back the timeline just a little bit.
Yep. Oh.
And the speeder bikes are coming closer.
He says, "Do I have to do everything myself?" He thinks to himself as he does like the leap, like over the sandbags of trash, and charges towards the oncoming speeder bike, and rains down fire in front, left to right, just creating a path of confusion.
That's fine. Okay, so I will do this. Just as you're doing that, Tessa and Rags come. Are we running towards the middle of town? Is that what we're doing?
Yeah.
And
Oh.
for what it's worth, as soon as if one of them goes for the second tower, their weapon isn't going to work. And I'll roll for it. She's gonna
Okay.
hold her hand up and use her sonic.
Okay, that's fair. So you saw, both Rags and Tessa saw has seen the results of the first one going down. And then we see Williams running off into the distance towards these 3 speeder bikes that are coming very quickly up upon the village. Rags goes, I think we have a fight on our hands.
Does seem that way, doesn't it?
Let's save a village, shall we?
If we must.
Well, if we don't save the village, he won't be here.
Again, I reiterate my statement. If we must.
I'm going to climb up to that tower and see if I can get a bead on those people over there. Can you stay here and manage?
She
3?
nods. And as she nods, she sees one of the raiders, and as they're running at her, she just pulls her gun and just...
They're not to her yet.
Well, they're running
There's-
at her.
No, they're on
they're on-
speeder bikes.
Oh,
Bikes.
fair enough.
They're on
Then she
speeder
can't
bikes.
do that.
No,
And ignore all of that.
that's fine.
But yes, go.
So
Oh,
Rags,
for the record, your gun, also sonic. Just a reminder.
that's useful to know. Thank you. And she runs off, and she's going to go up to one of the towers. You don't see this, Williams?
Nope.
As you're running headlong to fight these
Creating
lovely
a spray
people.
of dust and he's shooting at the ground, creating a cloud of dust around him as like basically cover.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. So what these 3 lovely speeder bikes see is a person in a full mech suit running at them full speed.
And then a dust cloud appearing.
And this cloud appearing behind him.
Yep. You will not lay a finger on my village, he shouts. And he opens fire.
And you hear the raiders, just like every other time that we have shown up. One of you people decide to be a hero, we take them down.
That's a 15 to hit.
The hit? Yeah, I don't have stats on these people, so we're going to make it up as we go along.
Yeah.
I'm going to say with a 15, yeah. I would like to have that back in
plus,
Yep,
2 damage is 10 damage.
yep.
Plus 4 damage.
Mm-hmm.
So 10 plus 4 is 14.
Okay.
14 damage.
What are you shooting at? The guy or the bike?
Oh, I'm crippling the bike. I'm gonna have them spin out of control and crash.
Okay, that doesn't quite do it.
Okay.
It does damage. You can see that. You can see smoke coming out from the bike. It doesn't quite do that. Okay.
And he has to reload now.
Yeah, you have to reload. Rags, on the other hand, who can see. What does she want to do? Okay, she's going to take out her wonderful pistol. The one that's hers, not the one that
Yep.
the Empress gave her. Although she has that one.
Yep.
And she pulls it out. And one of them is going to attempt to fire on you. She's going to stop that. Wow. Yeah, that's a 25. She, the one that shot at the one that made the declaration, which is the front
Lead bike.
lead bike.
Yep.
Since there's two of them, the other one was going to fire at you.
Yeah, the guy on the back.
Yeah, the guy on the back was going to fire at you. He goes, you know, sitting duck basically is his thinking. He raises up his weapon. He goes, tries to fire it. What you see from your vantage point, Williams, is that you see a little wisp of smoke, like it misfired.
Yep.
Like you don't know what caused that.
Yep. And
Right. And Rex, like, this must be good for something. Quietly.
Yep.
Okay, now that's you. That's those two. That's Rags.
Tress.
Now it's Tessa's turn. Yeah, Tessa's turn. Tessa's turn. What do you do, Tessa?
She is
There are 3 bikes heading your way. Now, granted, there is smoke. You know that there are 3 bikes heading your way. There's now smoke, kind of obscuring. I mean, you can still see the bikes.
The lights, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's going to stand out in the middle of the road.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, screw it. She'll raise her hand up.
Uh-huh.
Not the one with the gun. The one with her ring.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, she'll wait until they're closer. And then she'll cause one bike to run into the other.
Ooh. I like that idea. Well, first of all, I guess this would be an engineering.
Some
Technically-
usually are.
Yeah, you're technically hacking into the things of the hover bike.
17.
You do it. With a smile. You hack into the left bike, and you're gonna run it into the bike that's on the other side.
Yeah, she's causing them to hit each other, so she doesn't have to waste a bullet.
That's fair. You raise your hand up. You do your thing, and Williams, this is something else you see. You see, because it's in a classic, lead bike.
Two straddlers.
Yeah, like this.
Yeah.
Lead.
The triangle approach.
Yeah, the triangle approach, and you see the left one.
Yep. Break formation.
It skid across because they're skid across behind and knock the right one off, and they go careening off.
And careening off, and you hear a boom.
Well, you hear ah, and a bunch of crashing noises because you're standing in front of them.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
Yep.
there's a loud blast.
And again, you're sitting there going, "What the f?"
Yeah.
Because again, you don't know what happened.
It's like takes a second as he's reloading his rifle.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, he like in that mid slow motion. He's like, brief pause, and then he clicks the cartridge into the weapon.
And now it's your turn again. And at this particular point, Williams, this is the only bike that's left. There's 2 people on it,
Yep.
and this bike has stopped and looked at you.
Bad move.
The guy in front goes, let's see if this is a bad mood. He gets off the bike. The guy behind also gets off the bike.
And I'm gonna pop their cap in their heads.
Yeah.
Because they're standing back to back, like lined up like this, kind of staggered. But he can still get a clean shot straight through 2 heads if he tries.
Oh, well, let's see if you can do that.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Yep. 19
I'll let you have-
plus, what's my, 19 plus 5, so it's actually 24.
I'll let you have one.
Okay. The leader.
I'll let you have one. Yeah, okay, that's fair. But now you have to do damage.
Do damage. 7, 6, 6. So 12 plus 7.
19.
19 damage.
Yeah, he doesn't go down. The other one, the smoke is fading away.
Mhm.
The other one sees the village, makes an evil smile at you because he's noticed that there's someone that's replaced the person that they killed on the left tower. Of course, he can't see who it is, but smiles, takes an aim.
No you don't. Action surge, shield. He's taking the shot.
Okay. Well, let's see. Well, let's roll to see if he actually does that. So.
Yep.
Ooh, no. He raises it. He starts to fire. It's a missed shot. You can even tell when he raises this that you can tell that this is going to miss who's ever up on that tower by a mile.
All right.
So you fired. He fired. The guy in front of you is going to. Fire again.
All right.
Well, that's 17.
That hits.
Yeah.
Actually, it hits my armor class.
Yeah, but he's the one who's doing the attacking.
Yeah, so attack goes to attacker.
Yeah, it does. That is 10 points.
Williams falls to one knee. It's at 4 HP.
Oh, okay.
He prompts over the radio.
Okay.
I need help.
Yeah.
He says.
All right.
We can't do this on
All
our own. As he coughs up some blood.
Rags sees this. She's taking out her other flintlet pistol, which is the one that the Empress gave her.
For the record,
Yes.
the pistol that Rags is now using,
Uh-huh.
it is something wrong with it. Not bad wrong, but different.
Like, what is
Like-
different about it?
Like nanite enhanced.
Yeah, I kind of figured that.
Yeah, okay. Fair enough.
Yep. Yeah.
It doesn't need to be reloaded or anything. It's
Yeah, she's gonna realize that in a few minutes.
yeah.
She hit. Because that's a 24. Which hits. Oh, and 8 points of damage. She sees this. She goes after the same one that you went after, Williams.
Yep.
So that's an extra 8 points. And you did what? What was it?
12 plus 6. 19.
19 points. Okay, so I know approximately how many. Yeah. Okay. He's been hit. He the main guy also looks like he goes down on one knee. Tessa, the smoke has cleared. You see two people. You see the bike has stopped. You see two people facing off against Williams. Williams is down on one knee. The guy on the left has got his gun pointed up to the tower where Rags went up, and the other guy has pointed his gun towards Williams. Who do you? Yeah.
And she's gonna take a bonus action to hide.
Okay.
She's gonna slip around.
Mm-hmm.
And then when she's gonna move quickly and get close enough, and
Okay.
then she's gonna. Well, she can't dagger, so.
I
Guess
would
a
love.
bullet's gonna have to do.
I would love to go dagger, but you are not fast.
Actually, no. She's going to use her whip because
Ooh!
it's quieter.
It is quieter.
So, yeah. One of them
Okay.
is about to get whipped with an electric whip.
Love it. I so love it. Go for it, dude.
Yes. 16?
Yes.
Okie dokie. 2d4 and 2d6. I feel so... let's see. 18, 23?
Dang.
That was a whip crack heard around Hurston.
Well, the thing is tricksters are rogues, so
Yeah, that is very true. I'm going to say this: who were you going after? The main guy that was shooting Williams, or the one that was aiming at Rags?
She is going to. She's gonna deal with Williams first.
Okay, that is fair. And between Williams and Rags and you, Tessa, you see this particular individual go down. You guys did enough damage to him.
Yep.
Damn.
Yep. Her last little quip is, "Sorry, am I interrupting?"
Now let me roll for him. Oh! Yeah! He takes one look at you, Williams, who's, battered and bloodied, but you're still trying to get up and, fight. Looks over at this very determined woman with black hair and a whip that looks like she's not going to take any prisoners.
And
Yeah, that's probably fair.
William says, coughing up some blood, "Meet my wife."
Okay, I love it. I heard that. The guy, eyes wide as saucers. He hops on the bike turns around and speeds off because I rolled really badly for his morale check.
Nuh-uh, she says, and she'll hold her hand up and cause the thing to overload.
As there's another loud explosion and a blast.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. And the determined woman with black hair and a whip swoons. I think you've made a friend, Tessa, of my good friend Lemon. Both of you hear this over comms.
Yep.
From Rags. Well, I think we saved the village. That's something I can tick off my bucket list. You actually hear pages and a something being written on a pad over the comps.
Are you really taking notes now?
I was taking something off my bucket list.
Fair enough.
Williams is now searching the body of the leader.
All right. What specifically are you looking for?
Identification and faction alliance.
Okay. Since I don't know Star Citizen all that well.
Okay, so he works for the so it's a he works at Grimhex. With
Grimhex? Okay.
Grimhex, which is a Raiders paradise.
All right.
And he is
So
originating with a pyro license.
Yeah. Which is what you find on him. His name is Grimjaw.
Yep.
The name that popped into my head.
Yeah.
So that is his name.
Skull Smashers Guild.
Yeah. Rags. Then you hear Rags. So have we saved him at least in this particular part of his timeline?
One would imagine.
Okay. Well, we should say that we should go back to the parents, or one of us should go back to the parents, not me or Williams, obviously. And tell the tell the newly minted father that the village has been saved.
Extended episode.
Sure. We
Okay.
should probably do that.
Yes.
Yep. As Kenny gets up and takes the speeder bike back to the village because they left that speeder bike behind.
No, the speeder bike blew up.
Oh yeah, all of them blew up, right?
Yeah, all of them blew up.
Okay. Well, he takes.
We were very thorough. Yeah, we were very thorough. Yeah.
Because prisoner of war, even though it's a dead body.
Yeah.
As Williams is preparing to do what his village usually does with raiders' bodies when they are captured or killed: public execution or public display. Public display of.
Yeah, but the body is already dead.
Yes, but
public execution. Execution is a.
Yeah, public display of.
Oh.
Like stand-up defense. As you notice that when you were around the village, there are small spikes with skulls on them.
Okay.
All
right, so this is kind of the indication in this village of how many times the village has been defended. Yeah, okay, yes. That's fair.
Yep.
So Tessa, while you go off and discharge that really unpleasant thing, and please, we'll keep that kind of behind closed doors in a locked room.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Tessa, you are wandering back to the house that you were just at?
Yeah.
I'm assuming?
Pretty much, yeah.
You poke your head in. The lady, the lady that delivered the child is not there. You see the mom and the dad and the cute little baby Williams, and the baby is cute. You have to admit, the baby is cute.
And then he hit the ugly tree.
For a little baby shark, yes, it's cute.
Okay.
Most babies are cute.
Yes. And you walk in, and the father looks up because, did it go well? We heard lots of shooting and shouting.
Oh, the threat is over.
Oh, thank goodness. I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart and my wife and our brand new son. Thank you for defending this village. You didn't have to.
She nods, but then kind of says, I kind of actually did. It's a long story.
That is fair. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
And he goes
Now-
back and he goes
Oh.
back and looks at his son.
Maybe get him to read a bit more than, play outside. Just a little bit of advice.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, she has no problems changing her quote unquote friend's timeline.
Just
She
a
needs him to be a
small-
little, yeah.
Mhm.
She'll just make him a little better.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's fair.
So narratively and also mechanically, are we modifying my sheet or no? We'll talk about it.
No,
No.
I would think he's at most he'd be more calm and
Okay.
like,
Collected.
yeah.
Okay.
She's basically saying, leave out the rowdiness and just kind of,
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
so he doesn't have any more stupid ideas like jumping 150 feet out of a TARDIS.
That's true.
Oh, congratulations!
Congrats!
And their spawns are really weird. However, it's a bad spot because we can't put our.
Is everything okay?
Yeah, we're just responding to something in chat.
Yeah.
Yep.
Someone came in and told them that they are in remission. And they got a new job,
Yes.
which
That's
that
always
is cause for hurrahs when anybody has that. The cancer sucks.
Yep.
And this person has fought off cancer, and that is on this wonderful Doctor Who day.
Yes.
On this wonderful, wonderful Doctor Who day that we're celebrating this particular person going to be cancer free and having a new job.
No.
Hurrah!
Sam, this is just really good news, and it actually lightens all our team's members' spirits. So thank you for bringing this to our channel.
Thank you. And as the three of you come back together, Rags kind of goes, well, I mean, if he hasn't been taken out the day he was born, and we made sure that didn't happen, it must have happened later on in his life. So maybe we need to look.
As the trudging back suit returns from the center of the village, where there's now a new spike with a skull or a head,
That's fine.
and walks near the tent, but stays a good distance to us to not enter the tent.
Yeah. Where did we park the TARDIS?
Behind the house.
It would have been
Just
right
that
down the
side.
street.
Yeah.
That's fair. Rags goes, well, come on, you two, let's get back in the TARDIS and see if we can find out where this particular individual is trying to take out him, because obviously it wasn't at his birth. That would make the most sense.
And I'm gonna
It
roll a
would.
D8 to see how much battery is left on this unit.
I will do that.
Well,
1 hour has passed.
let's head back to the TARDIS and
That only took an hour of time off of your thing.
Battery. Yep. Oh, that's a really long time, but I'm glad you're doing well.
Yeah. Back to the game. So that only took off one hour off your battery.
Yep.
Kenny.
Mhm.
And Rags kind of goes, okay, well, if it isn't here, then we need to look for the next, major event that he went through, or one of these times when these raiders come through. I mean, someone who didn't fit had to have come at that point, right?
Thing
That's what-
is, something tells me these raider attacks are quite frequent.
Given the number of spikes that I saw surrounding that village, yeah. So number of times that this village has actually survived.
Then
It's
that would probably be a very unlikely way to determine, and it would be very time consuming.
Good point. So it has to be during a time when they don't attack.
Perhaps during one of his bounty hunting things.
Or when he was still on the planet. One of the two. We know when the planet gets destroyed. That's when he left the planet and started doing his bounty hunting. Right?
Yes.
I believe that's what he said. So then my original theory still stands. We should go back to the day the planet was destroyed.
Okay.
Because odds are, if Williams lives through all of that and makes it to where he needs to get off the planet, it makes most sense that somebody would target him there. At least to me. I would.
Yeah. I would
You don't
too.
want to. I mean, with the way that time policing works, it makes more sense to kill them in a accident than kill them at birth. That's just cliche and silly.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. All right. So,
Sorry, it's 4. I have to go.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm wrapping up. I am wrapping up. Getting to that point. So the three of you wander back into the TARDIS. The TARDIS doors close, and you hear that sound that we can't ever produce with our mouths. It fades away. But Williams,
Yes.
as a nice little button until we come back
Yep.
in January for Doctor Who.
Yep.
As a button, you do remember your parents telling you before you left the planet of the time that a person named the Contessa went and saved your village on the day that you were born. And that, my lovely fellow Time Lords, is where we'll end this episode.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us here on Time Treaders, Protectors of Time. I am Kenny Williams, your very loyal fishman and very strong protector of our team. I am Patrick Kenny. I play, I played Kenny Williams. I played some of the Raiders' voices, not all of them. And some of the light NPCs, but yeah. It's been a pleasure, and I love that everyone is enjoying themselves during these games. It's been great.
right.
I don't understand what was deleted, but I'll check on this. Hold on.
I know what was deleted. Don't worry
Yeah.
about it. Let's go to the next person, which is Katie.
Hi, I'm Katie Wynn. I played the Contessa, and yeah, she has no patience. There.
No, she does not. But she has now ingrained herself into Kenny Williams' backstory, which I love.
Sure. Yeah. Time travel is a witch.
Yes, it is. And I am your wonderful Time Master, Trisha Welch. I played Rags. I played Catherine. I played pretty much everybody else. It has been wonderful playing this game, and we will see you for this game starting next year. In the new year, let's see, that would be oddly enough. Hang on, I'm gonna go and look. January the 4th.
You're right. Yep, January the 4th.
January the 4th. So please join us then. We do have one more game, and that will be the hero game, but we will be announcing that when it comes up.
Yes. Also, go ahead, do your thing.
I also stream Tuesday through Friday from 2 to 5 Central Time. Yeah, January, yes. So please join me next Tuesday. Go, Katie, because we really need to get off.
Okay.
Make this quick.
I think she already went.
No, I can duck out now. I'll see you later.
Okay, and poof.
And poof.
And poof.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. As always, it's been a pleasure. Thank you to our players and our wonderful Time Master GM, Trisha Welsh. We'll see you next time on November 30th for the grand wedding of the century in Heroes Core, New Genesis, Season 3, Episode 8, A Bond So Strong, Part 2. Be there, because it's going to be a wedding of the century. And by wedding of the century, I mean wedding of the century. Until then, be empowered to play, and always, make sure you zig and not zag. Bye, everyone.
Some say that you're a fraud. Go get them.
Stay tuned after the show because we'll be raiding in to Fisher, playing Star Citizen. Thanks for joining us here on Time Traders, Protectors of Time.
No one has
Until next time.
but you and